Welcome to Natural 20 Proof, the show that exists because drinks are good, friends are better, and the dice gods own our souls.
Hey!
We are broadcasting live from the McMinnville Mead Hall up in Oregon, where we serve all manner of fermented honey drinks, everything from super high-proof Danish meads coming from overseas to braggots that are kind of a combination of a mead and a beer. So if you're in the area, make sure to come check us out. I also want to give a huge shout out to Sirenscape. We are currently using their beta web player. Speaking of, I do have to turn it down a little bit. That is a fantastic service. You can import your own sound samples to it. You can create custom sound sets and moods to fit whatever vibe you're trying to establish for your game, whether that be a Lovecraftian dive into the depths of Rillier or a pan-galactic piracy adventure surfing on star dust. Anyways,
Nice.
Thank you. I feel very poetic that time. So yeah, make sure to go check them out. It's a super cool service. I also want to just make sure, if you're watching on Twitch, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on YouTube, head on over to Twitch, hit that subscribe button, and hit the subscribe button on YouTube while you're at it as well. We also post on Facebook and Discord all the time.
Speaking of.
We got our first up, folks.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let me just go ahead and turn
Everybody else good on
that off.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't think about the fact that my laptop would do that. We'll see.
Ironic.
Oh dear, I try so hard. All right, so
You're a very kind person.
yeah. So make sure to go check us out on Discord as well. Again, we're Nat 20 Proof. We update all the time any new exciting developments that we have, or new minis or projects that any of us are working on. Nolan's currently working on some pretty cool stuff that I don't think we've posted anything about that yet on the Discord, but
Which one?
the dice boxes or something. I don't know.
Oh, no, I have not. But I did not finish. I was hoping to have the first prototype here today.
Oh, you were?
I did not get it done.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, it's so good.
Garrett's sad.
Oh, it's gonna be. I didn't know it was coming, so it's more just like, yeah. Oh boy. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so when those are out, we'll definitely be posting pictures of those all over Discord and Facebook, so you can find out a little bit more when we get those out and about. Any other updates I may have missed?
Crafter Noon is on a temporary hiatus. Everything has been super crazy with schooling from home. My kids are back in school, and so it's just an extra thing that is the straw that is currently breaking my back. So we are going to bring it back at some point, but just I have to sort my life out.
Mood. Dang.
Yeah, temporarily away.
All right, yeah, so unfortunately we will be holding off on that for the time being, but no worries, we'll be back to it eventually. We might have some exciting new projects for you whenever that restarts as well. We've got some stuff in the pipeline. Oh, speaking of the world being crazy, I also want to make a quick statement about masks. So as you can see, we're not wearing masks right now. However, if we are outside of this group in this pod, then we are always wearing them all the time. It's super important, everybody. We are fortunate enough to be in a fairly safe part of the world, and we are also always around each other. So we're not wearing masks for the purposes of this game. However, please make sure you're always wearing your mask because you're out in public, around other people. Be safe. Be responsible and be considerate. It's a really big deal, and it's going to really help make sure life can get back to normal as soon as possible, or at least whatever new form of normal we're going to be at when all this is through. So,
What is normal?
I think that covers about everything. So, without further ado, let's roll on in. When last our party of adventurers left off, you had made your way through the dangerous mistlands of Relgar. You were attacked by a large group of gnolls who nearly dragged nobody off into the fog. However, you did manage to stop them before that and summarily make sure they wouldn't be able to do that to anybody else ever again. You stayed the night out in the Mistlands, traveling all the next day, narrowly avoiding a terrible storm as you finally arrived in the town of Quain, which exists on the western shores of Anor in sort of a large bay or inlet that is protected from the tumultuous seas of Moon by a series of islands and some geologic formations that help to buffer the worst of the tides and the currents. While in Quain, you managed to find some lodging for yourselves at the inn there, where you tried some fairly interesting local delicacies, a pastry, which we've got a little bit something planned for y'all in a little bit here, but a pastry made out of chili peppers and honey and smoked sea salt, along with a particularly interesting form of liquor that, when drunk, causes the imbiber to belch fire. And you had some good fun with that. I'm sure there'll be more fun to come. I'm honestly a little concerned about giving that to you guys. It's just too fun and flavorful, and I'm all like, what a great little thing, and you guys are gonna weaponize it so fast.
It's gonna go in the baby shield.
I just...
It has to. There's only one possible course of action.
We're all adults, Jesse. It's very safe.
This is the face of regret, you guys.
This is your dust of deliciousness. It's fine. That turned out great.
This is a qualified artificer.
He knows what he's doing.
We are not all adults.
So, yeah, now we have painkillers and combustibles in this game already, so things are going great. I have no problem with what's happening. However, you did also meet a Savoyne by the name of Cadius LaRue, who'd been having some trouble with his crew disappearing after his recent return from the Fathom Dark Isles, far to the northwest out in the ocean, where he had been conducting some trade operations with the Yuan-Ti out there. He came back loaded down with a wide assortment of goods, as well as a strange artifact, the Eye of Aloth, which has the capability of casting light even in magical darkness, and no matter what dark you might be in, whether that be the darkest parts of the ocean, or the kind of magical darkness a sorcerer might create. So it turns out though that the Loft reputedly are very vindictive towards those that steal their eyes, and his crew members have been disappearing lately out of their beds, off the ship, and even out of the inn itself. You were recruited to help figure out what was going on and hopefully put a stop to it. Taking your first lead, you headed down to the docks to perform a stakeout, whereupon you were attacked by two large elder octopi that had taken up residence on the sea floor below the docks of Quain. After a vicious battle in which Helry nearly fell, and a couple of you nearly drowned, you did manage to defeat the octopus and gather yourselves up on the docks. And that is where we left off. And I do believe that nobody had something he was about to do there, where you were about to send your buddy off to scout, correct?
All right, so now that we're done with that,
I need a breather. Oh, yeah. Oh, how you doing over there, Hillary?
Oh, I've been better most times in my life. Oh, that was a good fight, but
Could do a minute.
I think I'm gonna be coughing up water for the next week.
Yep. Yeah.
That first one though, damn, that was a good ground and pound. That was nice.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Can't say I like fighting in the water though.
Getting quite sick of the water, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to get that way.
Getting some beeping going?
We can hear your camera.
The beeping.
It doesn't make any noise.
It does.
Literally,
We can all
everyone can hear the beeping.
I do
I cannot
appreciate
hear it, so.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. All of us were like, what's going on? What is this? Is there a bomb about to go off?
I thought it was like one of the cameras going. I was like,
anybody else read the stand?
I thought it was a delivery man out the door or something with.
I know, right? I was like, what is happening? All right, yeah. No worries. Okay, mystery solved. So, I'm sorry, continue, nobody.
yeah, Keto is, I have assumed direct control.
Right.
I'm having him scout out again, because it worked out so great the last time. Now that those two giant octopi are dead, I'm going to scoot around and see if the body is still around.
Okay.
The dead body that we found earlier.
Right. Yeah, so go ahead and make a perception check at advantage, since you already kind of have an idea where it might be.
I
just didn't take mine yet.
Can I keep an eye out on the surroundings so that way nothing else comes and attacks us while we're doing this?
For sure, go ahead and make a perception check.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
You sound tipsy. That's gonna be an 18.
An 18. Cool. So, with a dirty 20, you pretty easily manage to locate the drifting corpse that's still kind of gently floating about 15 feet below the surface. You kind of over to it in keto mode, and you approach the body. Up on the surface there, kind of taking a look around, it's dark out here. However, not for you. But you can still see the oppressive dim night light all around you, as well as this pervasive rain. The thunderstorm has begun to start to die down a little bit, but you can still see distant flashes of lightning that momentarily illuminate the surf around you. And you can see a distant orange light approaching from further down the docks. Looks to be somebody carrying a lantern your direction.
Okay. I'll kind of keep an eye on that person then.
Okay. Back over there at the body, what are you trying to do? Well, actually, let's see if anybody else is doing anything at this point as well. Desmond.
I will. I suppose I'll be dealing with the octopus, making sure it's fully cooked.
Perfect. Gently rotisserieing the octopus. Excellent. Penny?
I will be probably partaking in eating the octopus, but if, I don't know how far away that person with the lantern was, but if I could see it, I was curious if it was giving out a normal fiery glow or more of a greeny glow like we saw from the other lantern with the eye.
Giving off an orange glow. Looks to be fire-like.
All right.
Well, now that we killed the loft, should we go back talk to Cadius?
Why would we do that? I don't think that's what was killing his crew.
He said, ain't that?
I mean, we fought two of them.
And I thought that was the...
I think what we took care of was the sentry or the front line. There's probably a bigger issue.
I'm fairly certain that these two things did not go to the inn and take one of his men out of it.
Wait a minute, are you saying nobody in this group knows what the fuck a loft looks like, or is it just me?
Well, I can tell you at least one thing. We know that they have an eye, like the one in the lantern, and neither of these things did.
At least one.
But
Shit.
they wouldn't have it if they took it from them.
That is... I did not think of that.
Well, I don't see any marks from surgical separations or anything like that, and certainly nothing more rough than that either. So.
I see a lot of things that are more rough than that, but I think they're all from us.
Yeah, I think they all had their eyes before Edlin took care of that particular excess.
I was feeling very accomplished and successful, and that has all crumbled down around me.
Sorry.
Well, to be fair, you did kill them very heroically.
It was a good fight.
You did good.
That grounded pound, though. That grounded pound.
Yeah, you did quite well. You just get to kill more things.
If it's any consolation, I found a corpse.
What wonderful news. Do say on.
Below the waterline, there is a bloated corpse. Keto is marking it right now.
Could Keto maybe get closer to the surface?
I don't know if he can, can drag a corpse, but I will try.
About how far is it from us?
That many.
Can I look and see?
So his pet is
I'm going to say, unfortunately, you cannot see it from this perspective out up on the water surface. However, from under the water there, Keto is now right adjacent to the body. What would you like to do?
Well, I've come out of ward, and I guess I always have a sense of where Keto is.
Yeah, I'd say roughly. It's
All right. I just jump in and go for the body.
You start swimming for it?
This can't be a problem.
We just got two under there.
Does someone have light, maybe?
Not me.
Do not.
All right. So you start swimming out there. You're going, of course, like half speed in a swimming mode, but no problem. You're getting through the water. It's very choppy and cold, but you were just in it like a couple minutes ago, so you know what to expect.
Cold is no problem.
That's fair. Paddling your way out there, the rest of you also see him jump in. Is anyone else following or just watching from the dock?
Fuck no.
I was wondering, is
I'm
there
getting
anyone?
started on a short
One
rest.
second.
Is there anyone on guard on the boat? Because I was going to go up on the boat and to the far side of the boat where it overlooks the water and watch for things approaching from that side.
Okay. You head up onto the boat. Doesn't look like anyone is particularly keeping watch at this point. You gather that the crew has sort of assembled up at the inn and is kind of bunking down together to avoid getting isolated. Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, Edlin, disappear. You go into ferret form, zip up it, and reappear up top, or are you staying
Yeah, I'm
in?
gonna just go up the mast.
Okay, so
Then change back into elven form on top where I can see in all directions.
all right, tube cat engaged. You latch onto the now very damp planking on the side of the boat, and you zip right up the side, hop up onto the deck, take a look around. It's dark. You don't smell anybody present, and you continue and up the mast there. You make it up to the peak, and you shift back into elf form, you said?
Is there a crow's nest or something like that?
There's no real crow's nest. It looks to be more of just
Then I'll go to the first
spar there?
I'll go to the first spar and just sit on the spar in elf form,
Okay,
looking around.
sounds good. I'm sorry, Saris, go ahead.
I just wanted to go ahead and get started on kind of a short rest.
Myself as well.
Okay.
Just go ahead and work on it if I can hopefully get the hour in.
Yeah, so you kind of sit down and on the dock,
Yep.
just kind of,
Knees hurt, back hurts.
okay. Same with Helry. Helry, you sit down and begin a short rest.
Yeah, I am flat on my back.
Okay, sounds good. And you're keeping watch. This lantern light is now approaching at it's getting towards the end of the dock that you're currently on.
Can I make out any, like, humanoid?
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's humanoid.
Okay.
Looks to be they're wearing a very large trench coat and a wide brimmed hat that's kind of pulled low against the rain. You can't really tell what kind of race it might be, though by the bearing and the build you'd guess probably a male.
Would I, based off of what they're wearing and kind of their demeanor, would I be able to assume they're like a dockhand or like a shipmate or something like that? Like, do I get the idea like they're essentially a guard watching the docks?
Let's make this an insight check.
Don't look now, it's actually 3 raccoons.
Uh-oh. And Penny, are you also, what are you up to as
Yeah,
well?
I'll be watching that as well.
Okay.
I don't know what they are with an 8.
Okay.
Do you think maybe they're a guard?
I mean, it makes sense for it to be.
Roll
But
an
you want me to roll as well?
Sure, you can go ahead and
For
take
perception?
we'll make this an insight as well, because you're trying to figure out, you can see them, you can't necessarily tell what they might be about.
Okay. That's going to be a total of 4.
Trench-
It makes sense.
8. Yeah.
Demons.
Yes.
Trench coat, wide brimmed hat. It's
Still
kind
just
of
keeping that.
ambiguous. And Desmond, are you doing anything during this?
Well, I was working with the fire and the octopus,
Yep.
and I guess while
Oh.
he's swimming out, I'll just chit chat with him for a second. So as far as how far down it is, do you remember in the cave where I accidentally? Well, I didn't accidentally. I mean, it was intentional that they went that way, but they weren't really meant for you. You remember those bones, the big long ones?
Am I back yet?
Are you like messaging him at this point, or because he's
No,
out in the ocean right now?
I was
like,
thinking as he's swimming out, or as he jumps in and swimming.
Oh, so this is like as he's about to jump in.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let there be a little moment there.
Sure, yes, I remember.
How many of those down?
Oh, 4, I think.
Oh,
4 bone lengths.
yeah.
Nice. All right, and you dive in. Doesn't take you long. You manage to make it out to the corpse. You can now see Keto below you. It's hard for you to really see at this point. It's very dark in the water, especially, and so you're kind of having to flicker between Keto sense and your own vision to kind of orient yourself. It's sort of a little nauseating as you're sitting down there, seeing everything in these gradients of blue below the surface from Keto's vision, and you're watching your large form.
I hate when the third person camera does that.
Starts clipping into the wall.
Yeah.
Suddenly it just shifts 180 degrees to the other side of the room.
Yeah, it's just bad game design.
It's true.
Why did I do this to myself? The goal is to drag the body back to the docks.
Okay.
If possible.
It is not super hard for you. You get down there, you grab hold of some fabric there, and Keto sort of shifts around and, well, actually, I'll let you decide what Keto does, but you do manage to start making your way back up towards the surface.
Keto turns bright blue and assumes the shape of a balloon. It's not helping, but it's like cheerful.
Wraps his all but one of his arms up around himself into this ball and just drops one arm down. Are you like holding the balloon as you go? So, for those of you with dark vision, you can see in the distance as this blue shape appears above the surface, followed by a large Goliath head out of the water.
It's the second scariest thing I've seen today. The shield still is number one.
And you start to make your way back. You're towing the body, so it's pretty slow going, but you're making your way back pretty steadily.
As soon as nobody's within 30 feet, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and try and like lift the body to help nobody get back in.
Okay, he's solidly about 80 feet away from the dock currently, so it's gonna take a minute. But as soon as he's back in range, take what, like, maybe like about a minute or whatever.
5 rounds.
Yeah, something like that to get back into range there. You'll start helping that. However, you do see the lantern walking down the person holding the lantern walking down the path. For those of you without dark vision, you also can see this now as a sort of dim, hazy, orange bubble of light moving its way through the rain. And you hear that kind of like on the docks as a large, looks to be humanoid individual with a very big, bushy black beard approaches you.
Hey, who's that now? What are you doing out here this time of night?
Hi there, we were told to guard a boat.
Told to guard a boat.
Kinda.
By who? This is Cadius' ship.
Like Marius.
Cadius. Cadius asked you to. I advise you get away from him as soon as possible. He brings bad luck wherever he be.
What a coincidence. I'm a very lucky girl.
Well, as long as you stay away from him, we'll hope it stays that way.
Like he's always had bad luck, or this is just, you mean like the past week or so he's had bad luck?
Ever since he's been back into part from that, the Fathom Dark Isles. Those Wanti are cursed. They use forbidden magics. We should never be consorting with them if we can avoid it.
And his eyes kind of turn down towards Desmond, who's currently spit roasting one of these octopi on the ground there.
What? You killed an elder.
Well, actually, it tried to kill us.
I'm sure it did, but you actually brought one down.
We actually got 2, kind of.
There's one kind of floating away there.
Oh no, get him back!
Mage Hand just kind of pulling it closer, bobbing.
Are you,
We have the sushi in the cooker.
So you got like one of the arms you were
I got
saying.
one of the arms from
Yeah,
the one that's
they're
still currently like
sinking to the bottom.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you
And
dragged
that's
it all the way.
wait a minute.
I just got one of the arms that brought it up.
Oh, okay,
No.
never mind.
All right, so a little sushi tube.
Yeah.
And that one.
Sushi tube.
These two have been the scourge of Quain for decades now. Took up residence some time ago, and part of the reason we can't have small boats going in and out, they'll take them right under. Incredible.
I'm sorry we killed some of your most long-standing residents.
No, this is incredible. You've done a great service for Quain.
So, who are you, old man?
Name's Joffrey Var.
I don't like that name.
Why not?
No, I don't actually say that out loud.
I find that prejudice.
Yes. What do you do around here?
I'm the dockmaster.
Oh, no kidding.
Heard some commotion, so I thought I'd come and make sure all was well.
What was his last name?
Var.
Okay.
Was there a bounty on those things? You hear
Yes.
I was just gonna ask, you in a position to reward people who help the town?
Not I, but you may speak with the Rosewells.
Rosewells.
Aye.
I'm not opposed to that.
The Urim Knights of the town. Currently all but Saphira and Larian are currently out down in the Claw Garden.
Heard about that.
They're thinking about
They've been gone for some months now. But Larry and Saphira may be able to help you, and I'm certain they'd be more than grateful that you've rid us of these terrible beasts. If you bring news up to the bar, I'm sure they'd help out. They'd give you a free drink or two as well.
Where would we find these Rosewells?
You'll find them up at the keep. It's not far. Can't miss it. A bit larger than most other structures. Wood palisades around it.
I think we saw that when we were coming in. Well, I appreciate the tip. That's very kind of you.
Aye, well, you've done us a great service.
Sure. Hey, we were cooking one of these to eat. You want to sit down, have a bite?
Yeah, it's fresh.
I mean, we shouldn't stay out on the docks. There'd be... Not anymore, I guess. Sure, why not? He reaches into his coat and pulls out a large flask. Anyone want to pull?
My kind of man.
And at this point, a large hand
My kind of man.
as nobody hikes his way back up onto the docks. You've got a mage hand as well, kind of like yanking you along.
I found the corpse.
What? Where'd you find that?
Now it's in the water.
That looks like one of Cadius's boys. Huh.
If it looks like it probably is.
I mean, can't really recognize it too well now, but I don't know many others that have been disappearing lately.
I think he did he tell us what he looked like? I think he said he was a half elf.
Oh, let's see what I wrote down.
Henry was his.
Does he look like a Henry?
Perception
I think
check.
He looks like a Henry. Is there like Henry embroidered into his collar, or at
This
least
is
like
the most important role of the day.
check his underwear? Does his underwear say Henry on the inside?
Perception check. You yank his underwear out,
Pretty sure
and
that's
you can see that
investigation.
looks to be a loincloth.
Can I attempt to find out how long he's been dead?
Sure, medicine check.
Guidance.
It does not say Henry on the underwear.
Can I help him with that?
Sure. Help action.
That's not bad. 21.
21. So you can see that this person looks to have only been dead for a little over a day, perhaps. Timeline lines up with the disappearance of Henry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably Henry. About a day.
Yeah, I'd say so with the bloody.
Yeah.
And the smell.
And in addition, you can see the long steel dagger that's still plunged into his chest. That sort of, as you flip him over and take a look at it, you can see is protruding out somewhat, actually beginning to pull out a little bit as his flesh is starting to rot away. And of course, fish have been picking at it for all day.
Yeah, so nice.
The dagger is very plain.
Okay.
It is functional, function over form in this case.
Is it oxidized?
Not particularly. Not any more than you would expect to see something that only been in the water for a little over a day.
Salt water though.
Right. Well, I'm not sure how quickly that'll oxidize something. In like 24 hours?
Carbon steel, yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, yes, it looks oxidized.
Science, man.
You hear that, Twitch chat? You don't have to fact check us, okay?
We got our points straight.
Unless it was greased.
Yeah, if it was protected somehow, it could be, but I don't know.
And if these
Well,
are
it was
aquatic
stuck in a
creatures,
body.
they probably have measures to protect against that happening. So.
And it was stuck in a body, so at least that part of the blade shouldn't be rusty.
Wait.
Do these creatures use knives?
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was this until about 5 minutes ago, so.
Yeah. Actually, you might be able to help us out. What does a luff look like? Could you draw it for me?
Olaf.
Yeah.
In those fairy tales, Acadius has been spreading around.
Oh, I think that's exactly the one I'm talking about.
According to him, they got the long eyes glow, fish folk. I never seen one.
That's not Olaf of hell.
How many,
You get to drink now.
That was good, Pint Size.
And take my second drink from the flask.
Kaz, what were you saying?
I was just curious. You said that these Rosewell, that there's a few individuals went to the Claw Garden. Do you know why they went there?
Oh yeah, Fathom Pearl.
They were going for Fathom Pearls.
Aye.
They said some Avonlock Knights were down there fighting Vesic for the thing.
Oh, I'm imagining I was
I
there
hope
for
that-
that, but still getting over the meal.
Yes.
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 Sorry.
Yes. My apologies.
Um,
That's all right.
Yeah, supposedly the largest sand mother that's appeared in many decades. So, yeah, could be quite the pearl at the heart of it.
I like the sound of it. So, how much do you know about all that mess? Sand Mothers, Fathom Pearls, all that.
Yeah, about as much as anybody else. Obviously, we've lost. Obviously, our knight has headed down there, so we've been without a leader for some time. But we don't really know a whole lot about the situation. Just Vesic and Avonlock both competing over it.
So is like a Fathom Pearl like in the middle of the Sand Mother? Is it just something she's guarding? What?
Oh, at the heart of it.
Okay.
Powerful beasts.
You gotta cut it out.
Aye, after defeating it. That's why it's such an important, the pearl itself is important, but the songs you get out of killing the thing.
Sure.
Now that's really what's important.
And how many feet does it have?
Oh, depends how old it is.
Oh, I don't like that.
Count them like rings on a tree.
So, what's a Sand Mother do most of the time? They go around ravaging towns, or they just kind of sit there and mind their own business?
They create hives. They dig out a large pit in the sands out there, and they're always digging it out and laying eggs in the center of it. All around, the Scuttlekin are perpetually gathering. They guard their mother, and she creates more of them. The largest of the nests can range in the hundreds of these things. Crabs as large as a house.
We heard about that.
Did we?
Yeah, when we were in Barra. We talked to our friend, and he said that he
what's
was
his
a
face?
fisherman, and he's seen a crab as large as the tavern.
That's right. That's right.
What was his name?
Reba,
Reba.
he's a half-orc.
Nice guy. That was a
He's
good
a
man.
really nice guy.
Yeah.
As big as a tavern.
That's what he said.
That's
But
what
you
he
know,
said.
sometimes people lie, especially when
Fisherman.
they drink.
Meaning no offense, Joff.
Oh, Reba?
Yeah.
I mean, you met him.
Okay. Is he known for tall tales?
Oh, I see what you're saying. History check. We'll see if you've met him before.
Decent.
He was from Worthroom,
20.
so he's been kind of around.
Worthroom. You've never really met the guy in person. I mean, yeah, not really. He seems from when you were meeting him, he seemed like the sort of guy that keeps a low profile, just sort of travels around and does, manual labor work. So you're not really sure. He doesn't really have a real reputation or anything.
Okay. Yeah, he's not like the town eccentric or something.
No.
Okay.
Not really a person of significant note, but definitely a person of great gregarious gumption.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gumption.
I like it.
Alliteration. Okay. So, you now have this body up on the docks. You have a octopus that's pretty well ready to rumble.
Smells real good.
Yeah, it's starting to smell pretty savory there. Are you seasoning it at all, or are you just kind of roasting it?
Well, I I don't know. What do I have in my kit?
It's already
Painkillers.
got sea salt.
I was gonna say, you don't need salt in that much.
That's true. It is naturally salty. Natural umami.
You can put a small splash of moonshine on it.
Just pull some of the shit in your mask out and just kind of sprinkle it on top. I don't know anything about it.
Actually, there might be something in here, or in the herbs we got from the shop. Here, let me see here, and I get the collection of herbs and things that we did get there. Minus the
Penny's
flowers that I
mushrooms.
gave to.
No.
We're okay on mushrooms.
Not with that attitude.
With that attitude.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for dill and well, dill would be the first thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make a nature check. We'll see what we got going here.
It's in my other jacket.
It is 10 plus 16. Whoa.
Yeah, you're able to find some dill. You also had a little bit of, looks to be tarragon in there. And just a bit of marjoram.
Okay.
So you do have a fairly fragrant assortment of herbs that you're able to spice your octopus with. Spice your octopus, everybody.
Not a euphemism.
It's fine. No worries.
All right.
Okay? And now it starts smelling real good as you start to work it into the octopus flesh there. I mean, this thing is big, too. It's like the least probably total body mass of about 1.3 Hellries.
All right. That is big.
It's a lot of octopus.
I should have made those minis bigger.
Yeah. I mean,
Call
they're
that a lock.
pretty big. They occupy, a 10 by 10 square. So,
Take up the whole block.
Hey.
hey. You working in there, and now it's about ready to go. So you can start carving off chunks and serving it around.
All right, we'll get to it.
Still, we kicked him right in the octopus.
There's coming back.
I like that one. You're gonna make a name for yourself around here with that attitude.
That's what I'm working on.
There you
Thanks.
go.
Twice now, you jerk.
And I'll make sure to spread word as well of this. Who are you?
Well,
Destin.
we're clandestiny.
Are we doing me or are we just doing
Manifested
clandestine?
here
It's
recently.
done.
Call it a manifest destiny.
Sorry, my bad. Clandestine. Recently formed. Still in the workshop in the name. Clandestine.
If you hear something that's really close, it's either someone who heard of us and are copying us, or it's us and we just change our name.
I'll make sure to spread word of your description so that all know clandestine is now upon Anor.
Well,
And at this point, those of you who are wearing your bracelets feel a sudden weight.
Wait,
What is it?
An octopus has their bracelets.
I need to get a turn first and start doing that.
Shoot, I forgot my things home.
Edwin, I asked you to spell it. I thought it was maybe a Sylvan word or something. But now I'm not sure what the actual name of the group is.
That's all right, neither am I. You hear from above? 'Cause I'm still sitting up on the
That's
thing.
true.
I'm watching the water mostly, and I'm listening to what's going on the dock, but I'm watching the other side of the boat, because I figure they have that one side covered.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. And this is with eyesight, unfortunately, because you're too high up for smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I do have dark vision, so...
Yeah.
And that's an 18 plus whatever my perception is.
Which is, I think, pretty good.
That should be reasonable.
Plus 3, 21.
Okay. So taking a look around, from your perch up above, you don't really notice much. Looking out into the depths of the water, you're kind of keeping an eye out for any telltale glows or whatnot.
Just on the
you're
opposite
not
side from the dock, so...
you're not seeing anything in the water here.
Okay.
So, do we need to stay here the night, or are we free to go back to the inn?
No, apparently we're still waiting for these loft, I guess. You know, I still don't understand why we're guarding the ship if the whole damn crew's back up at the tavern.
Well, no, I think it's more like maybe we're not so much guarding the ship, but like if the Loft are fish folk, they're coming from the water, so we need to be making sure we're looking at the water. So if they come up to land, they can't get up to the tavern.
Sure.
Also, they wouldn't know where the crew was unless they checked the ship first.
That's true. Would they know even if they checked the ship? I mean, how'd they find him in the first place?
I don't know. Maybe they're already up there. Maybe we're just wasting time and they're all dead.
Oh shit, we're gonna get back up there and find a slaughterhouse.
Well, do you think maybe they're following the items they took?
Oh. Well, if that's the case, we are in the wrong place.
The
That's
ice
all right.
ride.
If we go back and find an abattoir, we get a nice ship out of the deal.
Is Joffrey still here?
Joffrey's still here. Joffrey's kind of taking a...
Joffrey, did what you recall of the lofts, did they have feet?
I never seen a loft.
Well, I mean...
Personally, I think Cadius is making it up.
Well, he might have. But,
But like,
Besides, he kind of points at the octopus. Nothing would be dumb enough to come into these waters with these two guarding it. They kill us, but they kill anything else that might come around.
Uh-oh.
did we just make your town a lot more dangerous?
No. We can actually walk around on the docks now. I don't know, we may have, in the past we've had things come out to the sea, but nothing so bad as these two.
Well, I've got a curious question here. This dagger that's in this body here. Well, it's. I mean, I don't want to touch it because I don't know if it's actually problematic yet. I need to take a better look at it. But do you actually recognize it? Have you seen anybody in town who has a dagger like that, or used to? Or?
Is it still in the body?
I think so.
Yeah, it's still
Can I
kind of
take my mage hand and just pull it out with the mage hand?
Oh, yeah.
Yep, you are able to pretty easily, it slides right out with this kind of gross, wet, slurping sound.
Does it look like a human, man-made, whatever kind of knife, or does it look like it's more fish person-esque?
You're not really sure what a fish person-esque dagger would look like, but from the looks of it, it does look to be more humanoid in make. Looks to be fire forged, fairly standard kind of apparel, a good reliable sidearm for a traveling merchant or a crewman or some kind of, it seems to be a functional dagger more of mundane origin.
Is there an empty sheath on his body? Is it his knife?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check, investigating the body.
Sorry to cut you off.
Wait a good goddamn minute.
I was intending to get an investigation check on the body too. Can I jump in on
Yep,
his check?
absolutely.
Do you want to roll separate? Yeah, let's go. Not bad.
Not great for me.
Oh. 17?
12.
Okay. So taking a look around on the body, you can see that he also is carrying a dagger. However, it's sheathed at the moment. And pulling it forward, you can see it looks very similar in make to the one that has stabbed him.
And for clarification, he was stabbed in the back?
In like the sternum right below right below the sternum.
Oh, but the front.
Directly into the solar plexus. Yeah.
Okay.
What if what Geoff is saying is true and that this is just a tall tale and we're dealing with somebody who's just killing his crew members or crewmates?
Like you think Cadius wants the treasure for himself?
Him or someone else on the crew, and they're just using this tall tale as a cover.
Treasure's usually split among the crew. Kill one, you get more.
Although, I mean, never mind.
Can I look and see if there's any like signs of a struggle? In other words, what I'm looking for is like, was he maybe like surprised by a friend? Was just like, oh hey, what's up, buddy? Or was this like a fight?
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Okay.
Medicine check.
CSI Anor.
I missed
24.
24, nice.
I came back. 9.
Thanks, sweetheart.
So with the medicine check, you can see that this person, well, obviously the dagger was still at their hip. They had drawn it. They weren't seemingly in a fighting posture when they were stabbed.
I've read of stories where the best time to get somebody is when you're not nervous about being attacked. So if you trust the individual you're with, you're more inclined to get.
Oh, you thinking he just, they're just in his pants? No. I'm
Oh,
kidding.
incidentally, you also find a flask on him that is currently open and was seemed to be hastily shoved back into his pocket, but he didn't have time to close it.
I think we need to go talk to our friend.
Yeah,
Now-
this is starting to.
One second, everybody. I super apologize. I have to run to the bathroom, but I'll be back in a second.
All right.
Feel free to,
Oh, we're gonna keep role-playing.
yeah, feel free to keep negotiating between each other. Make my life miserable.
All right. No offense, you took quite a beating in there.
Oh yeah, we should finish resting up and then.
Well, do you want to maybe attempt talking to him tomorrow when we're all?
Oh, I got plenty of juice in the tank as long as I just get a second to rest.
Yeah, as long as I get a minute to just get back on my feet, I'd be more or less all right.
Because I know you took quite a hell of a fight in there.
I did. That was great.
I think before we leave, we should examine the ship.
Wait,
That's a good
Wait,
idea. Wait.
wait. If these hooligans are too busy killing each other, we can simply take their boat. And look at it.
So wait,
It's beautiful.
He gives us 400 gold for it to not look like he's killing someone, but we are investigating, so we might catch him anyway.
Well,
it seems kind of dumb.
That's why I think we just gotta go have a talk.
But here's the thing. Did he tell? I know I was there and I heard what he said, but did he tell us to come to the docks?
He did. That was his idea.
Didn't he know that these octopi things are at the docks and that they would kill us?
Maybe. Here's the other possibility. Could maybe might not be him. Could be his first mate, another crew member. He could be a superstitious son of a bitch who thinks that it's these creatures, and it could just be somebody else on the crew.
All right, well, I don't think that Joffrey is listening to us right now.
He's drinking.
I'm going to just say this real quick. If he has a lantern with a lost eye in it, it certainly seems like they're less of a myth because he actually has a piece of it. So there's some sort of thing.
That's true.
Joffrey definitely didn't hear that, so it's okay.
Right.
How do we know it was a lost eye and not like a manticore or something?
Well, it still could be. It still could be that he has the artifact, but like somebody gave it to him and it was like, hey, but there's a big scary curse around this shrunken head. And then, like your wife gets killed and you're like, it's because of the shrunken head. And it's like, no. Human beings are really good at seeing patterns where none exist.
But some of
Same
them are
goes for
elves.
orcs, elves, people. People are real good at seeing patterns where they don't actually exist.
Not Goliaths.
They can find patterns.
Edlin?
I'm going to take one last look at the water, and then I'm going to come down and rejoin the group, or
Okay.
at least speak to him from the deck of the ship where I'm closer and can hear better and talk easier.
All right, so still in tube cat form, you zip down the mast and come over and perch up on the railing there and look down over this group. You saw the approach of Joffrey. You kind of like took note of it, and you've been keeping a weather ear out on it. And you now are perched above it. Are you saying anything?
I am going to turn back into an elf.
Okay.
I'm going to say, I think we should examine the ship here because at least some of the crew supposedly disappeared off the ship. It makes sense to me that we should look over the ship.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a fair point.
I'll check the cargo hold.
Yeah, that's
What
smart.
if it was away?
I'm not going to be too much help. Have we had our short rest by this point?
You have had, between the octopus and kind of hanging out, we'll say you all go ahead and mark off a short rest.
Here we go.
Did I lose any hit?
Oh boy, here I go.
You did not.
No, you're okay, far back.
You used a
You
lot of.
kept me far away. I appreciate that.
That's where all your spell slots went.
Yeah.
Right up until you jumped in the water.
Again.
Again. Again.
It was Kaz learned.
You did. You were like shooting them with ice beams the whole time. It was great. You kind of saved them. They would have been like 60 feet underwater if it weren't for you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Wait, what? Hold on.
No. So, I think we should just inspect the ship.
Yeah. I'm not going to be too much help in that, so I think I'll just stand guard on the outside.
Yeah.
I'll yell real loud if I need you guys up top.
I'll go along.
All right, well,
I'll need to accompany you onto the boat to make sure you don't do anything untoward with Cadius's cargo.
Sure. Good luck with that.
Actually, I'm not too familiar with boats. Do you mind showing me around to where the crew would stay, by chance?
Aye, I can do that.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll go too.
Awesome. The three of us will go to the cabin's quarters.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to
I
go
don't know
examine
why
the
we're
hole.
talking like this.
I know. Here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
by the way, before you go down there, Joffrey, you were kind enough to share. I got to do the same.
And I will hand him some of the Far Bank bourbon.
Oh, this is good stuff.
I'd offer the whole thing, but I'm running a little low. But take a couple of swigs for yourself.
I'm trying to get him a little inebriated.
Much obliged.
I appreciate it, brother.
He looks like he's playing along pretty good with that.
Yep.
And he's already a few swigs in of his. By the way, his flask is like crazy. Clearly
regal
full
size?
of something. No, more like rounded, almost like a
Okay.
canteen
Oh.
in that style. However, when you take a swig of it, it is like some kind of fermented. Obviously, some kind of fermented sugar, but you would guess it doesn't come from a berry or perhaps even necessarily a grain. It tastes like it's got this weird salty sweetness about it.
Seaweed.
Very thick and what?
Seaweed.
Seaweed. Something like that. So it seems to be some kind of. Well, anyone who wants to can roll a nature check on it.
I had a drink, so I will.
Love to.
I don't drink, so.
That's
Actually,
fair.
how's your
I
nature?
don't know.
It's
Well,
good.
I don't drink.
It's all right.
I'll talk to you about it and give you guidance as well, so you have an advantage.
If I can help her.
Okay.
Be like, what is that?
You could also
Oh,
probably
you
just
roll.
ask him. But you know.
This is more fun.
And you said guidance, which is a 4?
Yep.
That's cool. All right, so it's going to be a 25.
This definitely is a type of sea algae that is harvested out in this area off of the coast of Mun. It grows in these large patches, kind of like carpets on the surface of the water that kind of like go up and down onto the surf. And it is known to be a good treat for sailors on the move, as it has natural sweetness to it. Usually it's kind of boiled down into something like a soup or a stew that creates this very salty, sweet, almost pudding once it's reduced down far enough. However, it's also used heavily in fermentation and is used for distillation a lot of times as well. So this particular drink tastes pretty obviously like a distilled beverage made out of this kind of algae. No.
Joffrey, I noticed your lantern. Can you lead the way so we can see properly?
I gotcha. No worries there.
And as he's kind of putting it forward, can I just look at the lantern to make sure it's just a normal
Yeah.
lantern?
Go ahead and you look at it. It's a lantern.
Okay.
You
So
know.
it's not. Okay.
There's
Just crossing that one off the list.
There's no weird eyeballs in it. It's just a standard, it's got glass sides, a metal roof there, and it's got a oil flame burning on the inside.
Perfect. Awesome.
Okay. So you make your way around to the other side of the ship where the gangplank up is. Edlin, you currently are out of sight of everybody, and you are heading down to the hold. All right, ferret form or elf form?
At the moment, elf form.
Okay.
Just so I can open doors and things.
Okay.
I'm going to make conversation, asking a lot of questions about boats and stuff like that, trying to be a little bit louder so people can hear where we're at all times.
I will be sneaking.
Aye, the biggest boat that ever came through. Oh, she was the haggis. The haggis. Aye, she came into port. We could barely even moor her off to the docks here. She was so large.
And
Yeah.
mooring, that's where you take the boat into the water or the ocean.
Oh, it's where you bring it in, and you kind of secure it.
okay.
Yeah. It took like 4 ropes and at least 4, 8, 7. Somewhere in there. Half orcs to hold her all in. Oh, it was a tremendous sight, I must say.
And this is the gangplank that we're walking on right now, you call it.
Yeah, it's a gangplank, see?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, yes.
Yeah, you
I'd
bring
really love to get into that ship sometime. Check it out. It must be awesome to enter the haggis.
Oh, yes. Yes, entering the haggis is pretty great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, it's tremendous sounds in there.
And so on and so forth.
And continuing along in that fashion. Anybody else adding something to this particular scene here, heading around?
I'm still eating.
Still eating? Are you just like hanging out with the octopus chowing down then, or you've got like a leg you're taking with you?
I'm still hanging out on the dock.
Okay.
Watch.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll a perception check real quick.
Okay.
I'm trying to come up with a way to. This is just for me, but so you know, so it's here. I'm trying to come up with a way to create a fake Luff-Eye lantern.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
where you're going with this.
Okay. Well, that
Get back to this perception.
Okay,
I'm just
cool.
saying, I'm working on that.
Okay.
So,
It'd be dim.
doesn't matter.
8.
8. You know, you're pretty focused on this octopus. It's good.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of it.
I'm fairly pleased with it.
You finally got a quantity of food appropriate for one of your stature. Yeah. Roll a tinkering check. 10. Yeah, you've got kind of the beginnings of an idea. If you could take one of those lanterns and kind of put some sort of algal film on the outside to give it a green cast, maybe, I don't know. You're like messing around with it, but you don't really get too far. All right. Benny or Saris, adding anything to this moment?
I'm following on the gangplank.
Okay.
I'm staying on the deck, just kind of like pacing around, stretching out my sore muscles and trying to shake the fatigue.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I will try and stealth into the hold.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Do I get advantage because of all the help? Noisy help?
Sure.
I was trying. I was really going for her. Ooh, thank God.
21.
Yeah, you're a ghost on the ship there.
So, into the hold?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that would be investigation?
Mm-hmm. So the ship is large-ish. It's not super crazy. It looks to be a fairly modest merchant vessel.
18.
Okay,
And I
so
don't get a
getting
bonus on
downstairs,
investigation, so-
you see a large number of trade goods available down there. You find, and are you just taking stuff that's valuable, or are you going to be just figuring out what it
I'm looking to
is?
see where the most valuable stuff is, and I will maybe pilfer some of that if I find something that looks extremely valuable and small bulk.
Okay, so you do see a large number of crates with various looks to be dried fish of all varieties down here.
I'll take a piece and munch on it while I'm looking.
It's good. It's like real good. You're shocked. It is got these weird. It's got too many legs. There's this kind of weird proportions to this thing. It looks like some kind of deep sea squiffy creature. But taking a bite out of it, it's savory. It's got a good chewiness to it. Excellent mouthfeel. Plus a slight kind of spicy sweet thing going on around the edge too. Some sort of rub that must have been worked into it.
Okay.
You also find large number of hides, look to be of sharks, various fish, deep sea creatures, some tangled up seaweed lines that have been coiled together, look to be, again, of this kind of dark greenish material.
Yeah, it's all high bulk. I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. And then you do, however, find towards one side a rack with several exotic looking weapons set up on it. They are created out of what looks to be stone, carved away, and the stone itself is of a very glassy, dark nature, almost like obsidian. However, it looks to be a little bit more dense and perhaps more durable than obsidian would be. The handles are constructed out of bone that has been carved in sort of a runic fashion all up and down its length and tied at various points with looks to be snake skin worked up and around the halves. You find a Yuan-Ti spear, Yuan-Ti scimitar, and several harpoons. And off towards one side, are racked up on the wall, you see a very large crossbow that has been, it's a little bit different than you'd expect. It doesn't have quite the same width of the arms there. The arms are pulled back a little bit further, and the bow and the actual length of the crossbow is much longer than average. And it looks like it's built to actually house these harpoons.
Okay. How much of these things can I carry if I grab them all?
Grab them all?
I'm going to grab as many as I can actually carry.
I'm going to say for your carrying purposes, you can carry 2 of the weapons, a couple of the harpoons, and probably some of the trade goods.
How about...
Granted,
well, I
you
don't
won't
need
be very
I don't
subtle
need-
walking
I
through
don't
town
need
with
the-
them.
I don't need the trade goods. I'm just... Because they're all high bulk items.
Yep.
Just the crossbow, the harpoons, and whatever, and if I can get the scimitar or 2.
I'll say you can go ahead and take a scimitar. I'll let you take the crossbow as well, and I'll let you take 5 harpoons.
Okay.
Okay.
And as soon as I have all of that stuff and have it all about my person, I will turn into a ferret and go back up on deck.
Oh
once
my
you get-
God.
Is that okay?
That is something.
Is that how that functions?
Oh boy. Oh boy. And this is why I worry. Okay. So you.
Well, Henry never gets to homebrew anything again.
Apparently, that's it. I get punished every time. All right. So you do morph down into the ferret form, and you scurry up back onto the deck. The weapons do, in fact, alter with you, as all your other items and belongings do. However, you do know that once you go back in elf form, those are still going to be all over, and you're also going to have to. Yeah, they're just going to be pretty apparent once you're on your form.
I'm going to go down on the dock where 1, 2... Who else? Were you staying on the dock?
We're on the deck, not the dock.
Pretty
Okay,
much.
who's on the...
Kaz and Penny are not there. Everybody else is.
Okay, you guys were staying on the dock because you were still cooking octopus, you were eating octopus, and you were pacing the deck. I'm going to go down where they're doing the octopus.
Okay.
Wait until the other party is out of sight. Transform back and ask the Goliath to hide the stuff into the bag.
Hold my stuff, man.
Can you hold this for me?
So
I have priors. I can't have this.
Where'd you find this?
It was just lying about.
So visually what we've got is a ferret comes up to us, transforms into Edlin basically, and just gear.
Yeah, it's like you know when you kill the loot goblins in Diablo.
Yes, exactly. Chang.
Honestly, it's like offloading when you are over encumbrance and Fallout.
No, I pop out and then I'm just like.
I'm gonna have you make another stealth check for that.
Oh, that's only a 10.
Okay, so as you revert back, you attempt to keep hold of everything. However, your form changing is a little bit hard for you to like manage your limbs in that process. And as you're coming out, the crossbow clatters on the deck there. You guys do you take it or you just kind of watch it?
It's on the dock.
Or-
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Okay, so it's standing there. Hey, what was that then?
I don't know. Maybe there's a third octopus.
It kinda-
Sorry, we just dropped something.
looks over the edge. You can see the lantern light kind of coming towards the edge.
I'd morph back down into ferret form and there's just a crossbow sitting there.
He looks out over. Hey, what you do? Where'd that come from?
I don't know, actually. We've been here the whole time.
That is true.
Yeah, to be quite honest, I'm actually not really sure.
Are these fish people real then? Are they?
I walked to the edge where he's standing, edge of the dock, deck, and
ship,
just
yeah.
quietly muttered to myself, "Oh, they got greedy."
I'll have one of you make a deception check.
Oh boy.
Can it be me or just them?
Now it's the
One of the ones on the
Owns
dock.
a crossbow. Is it his?
I'll insist that we don't know where it came from.
Okay.
And I'll try and help you out. Okay.
All right. We'll let you have the help action there.
All right.
Saurus, you're also down on the deck as well at this point. So
I was
you-
on the deck. I thought they were on the dock.
or
They're on the
dock.
dock.
Yeah,
they're on the dock.
He's on
Sorry,
the ship,
or-
standing at the edge of it, looking down. At
Oh.
so I walked up next to him.
Oh, so you're up on the deck. not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dock.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Misunderstood.
18 on my deception.
Pretty good.
Huh. Well, that's curious. I've never seen a crossbow like that.
Neither have I.
He's telling the truth.
This would be the first one for me. I'll never.
Come to think of it, neither have I. And I will look up into the sky.
He looks up as well.
Well, it's a strange night. All right, well, you let me know if you see any more strange weaponry up here. I'm gonna have to check with Acadius about that. It may have come tumbling off of his ship. Huh?
I cast Modify Memory.
Dang, you're way powerful than we are.
That's a barbarian.
Do you think Cadius would actually know? I mean, is this his? I've never seen it.
I don't rightly know, but it looks exotic. Might be something from those Yuan-Ti what have yous.
Do you think it's cursed?
Could be. I don't recommend touching it.
What would it take to get you to touch it?
Ah!
I mean, like, what's it to you? What's it worth to touch the cursed crossbow?
Sort of kind of walks
kinda
away the other deck. Hey, what's going on over there?
We do need to find out.
Roll
Trying to get Joffrey to touch
persuasion
something.
Not great.
Now listen, if there's one thing I know, it's that we do not want to give a crossbow to Joffrey.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was an 8 on the deception.
Does he
Or,
appreciate
no,
weddings?
persuasion, rather.
Okay.
Oh, I won't be messing with any of that wanty nonsense. They're dark magic users. Down there, unwholesome creatures.
Well, I've never met one, but
Well then how do we get it back on the ship?
Are there portholes in the side of the ship, or any sort of opening on the side of the ship?
No, it's a fairly standard, plank. I don't think portholes are really much of a thing.
Yeah, not until, not until
Caravels
guns.
there.
And there's no gun ports or
Yeah, no, this is
Maybe
definitely
bullet
older.
supports if it was big enough.
Hey, give me some rope. Actually, here's some. He reaches down. There's a thing.
Do we
of
just want him back on the boat, or do you want him? Because I just.
Oh, sure.
Wait a second. So this crossbow just came out of nowhere, and now we're saying it's cursed, and now we're saying we're going to put this cursed crossbow on this boat of a person who's already having a real bad luck. Why are we doing this to him? That sounds so
Jackson has a
mean.
fair point. To be fair.
I mean, we might as well just keep all the curses in one place,
That's a fair point. And like, otherwise, what? Are we just gonna chuck it into the water?
Oh, maybe he came up with an octopus.
I'm actually kind of
Yeah.
They do have a lot of arms. They might be able to like dual wield them.
That's happening next session.
I'm kind of
Give
wondering.
the gods ideas.
I'm kind of wondering if Peter was just here the whole time. And we just didn't see it.
It might have been here the whole time. I mean, we got here and then immediately started
That fight was pretty intense.
It could have fallen out of the creature that we slayed.
it may have been here the whole time.
We might actually drag the octopus on top of it, and that's why we didn't see it.
Oh, didn't you just, after cooking it, didn't you just cut the octopus open? Were you just doing that
I
and
didn't
eating
do
it?
that.
It might have been in the stomach. It might have been like something it couldn't digest from something that it ate before, and so you cut it open and it kind of clanked, but you were too busy with the octopus in the face to notice it.
Perhaps it did eat it off.
Joffrey, have you ever seen? Have you ever seen octopus actually digest wood or metal? Because I'm kind of thinking that if he tried and he was pretty upset about it, he might have been lashing out to everybody on the dock.
Oh, that poor
I don't rightly
thing.
know, but
Just needed something to get the
suppose
splinter.
seems reasonable.
That would make
Indigestion will
this-
fuck you up.
That would make this our spoils.
That's a fair point.
Persuasion check.
At advantage, you got a lot of help here.
This poor dock master.
We've been giving him alcohol. He's having a great time.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, the crossbow was there the whole time.
The whole time.
No, it fell out of the
At least
octopus.
19.
Oh, okay.
That makes it an 18.
Whether it be an act of the Twathar, it's just some digested bit of its last lunch. I suppose it may as well go to you. But you see any more weapons just
popping out of nowhere on the dock, you let me know, all right?
Sure.
Hey, Joffrey. Oh, sorry. There's not a lot of beds in this room. This doesn't look like a captain's quarter. And I'm just staring into like captain's quarters or whatever.
Okay. Go ahead and, yeah, so for those of you who are currently taking a look around, make an investigation check of the boat.
All of us?
Well, I'm assuming it's just you and me, Penny. Do you want to do separate rolls or advantage?
I don't care.
Let's see what we find individually
All
just for
right.
fun. That's not great.
All right.
7.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I didn't find the cabin quarters.
investigate. 15.
Hey.
15. Okay. So you kind of go over and you're like looking down like into the slats into like the deck there, which goes down below deck.
What's in here?
Yeah. 15. You find the captain's quarters off kind of towards the rear of the boat, right below where it would sort of lift up onto the poop deck. You see the chairs, well, the stairs, chairs, same difference. Stairs going up on either side, and then a couple of windows looking out alongside the door into the captain's quarters. Okay. You can see down below deck. You see several hammocks kind of gently swinging side to side there. Looks to actually be where the crew might be sleeping.
Oh. Do I see anybody down there?
Perception check.
Jesus. That's going to be a 14.
A 14. You don't see anybody down there.
I think this is where they sleep.
Not really. It's just going to be a little blur.
Do we want to search the full boat? What's the game plan?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's important that we make sure that there's no one on here, like no one traveled with him and then was, no stowaways.
I'm not particular on boat etiquette. I'm guessing we're not allowed in the captain's quarters.
Hey, well, you're investigating on his behalf, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long as I accompany you, I imagine it's fine. But
Let's start.
At this point, he, by the way, looks kind of drunk. He's just like, yeah, seems like a good idea. Let's go.
Well, let's work our way from the top to the bottom.
Is he allowed in the captain's quarters?
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, before we head inside, Joffrey, I was actually kind of curious if you had, since we're doing this for Cadius, do you have a doc manifesto, maybe a list of his crew, and we could double check which one of them have perished and which one's headed?
Aye. Yes, I can go get that for you, but not while you're all on the ship here.
Right, I was just thinking that we could take a peek at it, either now or after. It doesn't matter too much.
All right. When we're done here, I can take you over to me quarters out further along the docks, and we can take a look.
Very good, I think.
I think we should wrap it up, though. I really think tonight's going to end with a conversation with Cadius.
Yeah.
I have an idea for that, but we can discuss this later.
Yeah, sure.
To speed things up, we search the ship for anything in general, making
Okay.
sure there's no stowaways or anything of interest.
Well,
I
two
was
of
gonna
you
say,
roll.
You guys see anything like fishy, like very specifically like fish people floating around, like have been there?
I don't know. Let me check.
Okay, so hold on. So are you searching the boat, or are you looking for fish people floating around?
I want to search the boat for anything of like interest, like stowaways, evidence, or something that
Yep.
would indicate some wrongdoing.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check. Saris, are you doing something up here too?
Yeah, I guess I'll go down under the deck and I'll poke around and I'll try and look for what I would imagine to be any kind of evidence of any kind of fish people
Okay.
doing any fishy business.
Miss
Okay.
Penny, would you like to help me look around?
Yeah, I'll look around. I just want to
And
make sure that
disadvantage. Yeah, I'll take the 2.
fingerprints.
Yeah, just see what we find.
1.
Okay. You go downstairs and you see just like fish stuff everywhere below deck.
I knew it. I knew it.
There's like you see all the weaponry that Edlin did. You also see all the dried fish and fish skins and hides of sharks and stuff.
Well, not all the weaponry that Edward did. Not all the weaponry, to be fair.
Hey, thank you for the reminder. I do appreciate that, Hillary. And then investigation check.
It appears to be sun-bleached.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh.
Well, I got a 21, so.
Well,
Wow.
I think that's, yeah, mine's a 21 too then.
We're
All
like,
right.
I don't have a good investigation.
we're the mystery squad. We got this.
So between the two of you, you go into the captain's quarters accompanied by Joffrey, and you take a look around. You can see there are ship's logs, a category of the inventory that he was able to acquire from the Yuan-Ti, some records of his travels across Moon, largely obviously many storms they traveled through. Many calm days, though. It was a fairly, it was an eventful voyage, but they didn't really lose any crew members on the actual journey back. It was only really when they got into the docks that they were starting to lose people. And you see that, let's see here.
Did you stay on
They
the
They currently lost Henry as one. They also lost Cavill and Brenwyn.
And what? Sorry, what was the third one? Third one?
Cavill and Brenwyn.
Okay.
I couldn't say something else.
And
So the first guy was
Henry.
and the second guy was
Oh my god. Those moments when you realize that you were those moments when you realize you were prepping way too late at night. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. Henry and Cavill, they were both disappeared after arriving back in Quain. And then Henry about 48 hours later.
okay.
disappeared.
I'm sure that was Bronwyn
So-
and not Geralt.
I was curious when it,
Well, they actually turned up again later as well, covered in stab wounds.
so you said that there was a log of the traded goods. I was curious if the lantern was on there because it was a gift.
You're curious of what? Sorry.
The lantern was on that list.
Oh,
Even
yep.
though it was a gift, or does it say that there actually was a trade that was made?
it was a gift.
Okay,
It
and does
recorded
it say
down.
from whom?
It was from. Looks to be a shaman named Fazareth. And back on the docks, what is happening out there between Nobody and Desmond?
We have a crossbow on the ground in front of us.
Yeah, you now have a crossbow that he's apparently decided it's probably just God.
He's intoxicated.
Nobody else is out there with us at the
Nope, nope,
except for
currently.
Which is sitting on
Is
the
it
dock.
cursed? Can you tell?
I don't think so. I mean, Edwin was able to drop it.
No, I think it's for throwing harpoons. I got some of those too, but I'm afraid to change back because I might drop those.
What?
How big are these harpoons? I mean, I guess they fit in the in this thing here, right?
Yes.
What are we talking
So-
like that?
So the harpoons are probably about this long,
Okay.
solidly a little over 2 feet each. This crossbow is about as long as your arm, just about. It's huge.
Okay.
And it looks like it actually mounts partially up on the shoulder as you're going, and even it has sort of like a rounded, sort of concave, yeah, area where it can be maneuvered around on your shoulder. So if you're down in the water there at more of a horizontal angle, then you can still kind of brace it up against your shoulder.
Okay. Interesting. Well,
Does it look like it's supposed to fire those harpoons?
That's so cool.
So
it's
he is in the cabin with them.
Yep, you would have seen that.
Okay. I will transform back again. I have 5 harpoons and a scimitar, right?
Currently.
Okay. I will take the harpoons and set them with the crossbow and go, I think these go with this. I thought you might like it. Can we put them away before he comes back? And then I'm going to slide the scimitar into my pack.
Okay, sounds good.
I
Have one Yuan-Ti scimitar.
shove most of the stuff like into the octopus that we sent. But I leave the crossbow where it is.
Okay. So basically you've got 5 harpoons that you've just shoved into an octopus
Like a
now.
call to fill in
Yes.
backpack.
Oh, actually, yes. Yes. Exactly.
Where did these come from?
I found them. They were lying around.
Edlin, did you steal these from inside the boat?
Would I do that?
Edlin, it's stealing.
Well, I can put them back if it turns out he's not involved.
Well,
We were just talking about taking the whole boat, so...
I don't see much of a difference.
I mean,
See, listen to him.
we've kind of got the okay to take it at this point, but Edlin, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually.
Okay, I'll put them back.
Well, I don't know. I mean, do you do this a lot?
I've been here, I think, maybe 3 weeks. In the Feywild, this would be normal. If they didn't guard it, it would disappear.
Okay. Okay.
It's,
Well,
is that not the way it is here?
I mean, I wouldn't think it is. I think every time I've tried to do that, people get pretty upset. So I would recommend being pretty cautious about it, at least. But also, I don't know if that's. I don't know. I'm going to feel a little bit about it with this thing, but
I can put it back.
I think we'll be okay, actually, because, like I said, we might get in more trouble now trying to put it back than
Well-
if we just keep it.
I would just take it and change it back and just wait for you all to go to his shack and then put it back.
Well, I'll let you know if we should do that, then, I guess.
Okay.
But for the moment, I suppose just, I mean, don't feel like you need to take things from me, at least.
Okay.
All right. So, back up on board the ship. You continue your investigation, moving your way down through into the crew's quarters. You can see that most of them seem to be comprised of hammocks. There are a couple of basic foot lockers and chests down at the base of some of the hammocks there. And then towards one end is more of a cot, an actual bed situation. And you can see there's a couple of clothes around it. Looks to be where Fiora had set up her bed. As the first mate, she gets some slightly better accommodations. And as you're kind of going around, you sort of take a look around, look under the bed there, and then just on sort of a whim, you flip the pillow over and you find a small note underneath the pillow. And taking a look at it, you see that it is addressed to Fiora, and it is from one Freydar Ironsand. Freydar is the note itself is fairly simple. And it is an offer letter. Freydar has also is one of the other Savoyans with access to the Yuan-Ti trade network.
And there's only 2.
Only 2. And he has offered that Fiora has the chance to join his crew should anything happen to Cadius's crew, or if any bad luck should befall them and she be in look of work.
Quelle surprise.
What was that Savoy's name?
A clue!
Freydar Ironsand.
Oh,
Right on the paper.
What's that?
Oh, my cran.
Owl. Sorry. No, I was just.
Well, I think we found some important information.
I don't think we should let. I don't think Hillary should pursue.
I think.
Or maybe she should.
Well, I think this actually plays very well into what I was planning.
What are you planning?
I think we need to trick her into admitting her own guilt.
I think that's why her sash is red.
Maybe.
Soak up the blood.
I think there's a lot of things that might be pointing to, that we are on the right trail here. So, I think we need to have a discussion as a group because I think we have a plan. With my history, can I look around for hidden compartments or hide holes around her area?
Sure. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Natural 20 for 22.
Wow. There are those rolls.
Yeah.
So, taking a look around, you sort of paw about, and as Joffrey is sort of wandering away, looking around at some of the other stuff in the boat, admiring the craftsmanship that went into it, you kind of drop down your knees, get underneath the bed, and start testing the floorboards, and one of them pulls up. And you put your hand in there, and you kind of feel around, and you can see that there is a pouch in there. Kind of pull it out, and it feels like coin in there as well. Are you taking it or are you leaving it?
I'm going to take everything that's in that little hidden compartment. I'm just going to store it away for right now.
Okay, you pull out the pouch of coin, and you also pull out, looks to be, there's another long dagger of similar make as the one you actually have seen on the other crew members thus far, as well as the one that was stabbing the corpse.
So I'm just going to put it away for right now. I'm not going to look at it just like, cool, I'm going to look at that later.
Okay, cool. So you go ahead and add the pouch to your inventory as well as the dagger, and you quickly scramble back up to your feet as Joffrey kind of turns and starts coming back your direction.
I think we should probably get back to the rest of the group. If we need to go and talk to people.
Yeah, and it's been a long night. We need to get some rest in. Joffrey, I greatly appreciate you showing us around and telling us your lovely tales of ships.
Oh, I will. Anytime you want to catch up again, I'll be, I'm around at the inn, usually during the day. I have to walk around a bit at night.
We'll have to share a drink then.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it, and I'd like to hear your adventures going forward yeah.
And one more time, what again did you call that top layer of the deck? Like
The deck.
What's the top layer called? The level?
I think it was the. Oh, I'm not there.
Oh, the poop deck!
You'll love to hear it.
The poop deck.
And we make our way off the ship.
I've had a great time with many a poop deck in my day.
Wait. Oh no.
All right, we should go now.
That's the most I've ever related to Joffrey.
All right, so you come back up to the deck and you start to make your way down the gangplank. Any more final mentions while we're still on the boat area?
Do I have something to wrap up this massive octopus in? I guess
You
have
could
rope.
wrap yourself up in that massive octopus.
I could do that, but that's the opposite of what I want.
But then you look like Cheetah's mommy.
That's
weird.
But thank you for the horrifying.
Are you my mommy?
Alrighty.
If you got a pretty big hole into it, you could stick your foot inside it. Call it a octopus. And then just take a quick walk down the blocktopus.
A octopus.
That would be a walk. Dang it.
Octopus down
There
the
we go.
blocktopus.
So anyway, I started blasting.
This episode was a serious shocktopus, I tell you what.
Oh no.
All right.
I just
So,
want to
Tie it up.
wrap the legs around it.
All right, let's get off these doctors.
I keep the contraband inside.
okay. Javelin safely hidden inside the octopus.
We have to smuggle puss this stuff out of here.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Now it's the smuggle list.
No, you didn't get it.
Smuggle puss.
We we put this in there too?
It's an elder octopus even.
Oh my
Should we put the crossbow in there too?
Wait, that would make it an octopurse.
Actually,
Yeah. Oh, you got the straps too.
Yay!
Oh, we're making something.
dear.
I have an idea for items, guys.
That's a real magic item right there.
it is.
All right. Whoa.
We're back, baby.
So what are you doing with it?
I think we could actually just let me take a look at it actually, and since we're kind of going to help hold on to it anyways now, because it's kind of.
Yes, for now.
I guess we're okay with that. Yeah, let's take a look. So I'll examine the thing, and is it how is the construction? Is it top quality? Is it kind of shoddy?
The crossbow?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm guessing we're staying at the same inn that the crew.
We have 2 rooms and they have 1.
18.
Looks to be of good construction, made almost completely out of bone. There are a couple of sort of sinuous connecting points where it's been lashed together. The actual string itself is made out of sinew as well. There are some engravings along the side depicting serpent people kind of writhing up and down the length of it. Looks to be of very good quality. It's not like a masterwork crossbow, but it does seem to be specifically built to house and launch the harpoons that you found. In addition, you can see that it probably would work relatively well underwater compared to other crossbows. The ammunition for it is rather specific though, given the length of the actual crossbow.
Okay.
You feel like you could probably fashion more ammunition for it, even outside of the ones you were able to pick up. However, it may take a little bit of time, or you may be able to commission them from somebody.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know if we can easily come across more of these harpoons, but it's quite a nice weapon actually. So.
But it would be considered a heavy crossbow, by the way. Okay.
Do you want to shove it inside the octopus?
No.
I'm just gonna walk into town carrying it.
Oh.
That's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
I got a nice big pack. Well,
Yeah, do you think it'll actually fit in there?
I'm 7'12".
You're pretty big. We'll say, how full is your inventory already?
How do I determine, like carrying weight? I don't know.
Or like, how much bulky stuff are you carrying?
I got, bulky wise, I got my axe, I got my shield, I got my hammer, and those are usually in my hand or like.
Yeah, I assume they're like strapped to you, not
exactly.
in a bag.
Bulk, I have a bedroll.
That goes under the bag.
That's lashed underneath your bag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You'd have,
like I don't carry a whole lot. I got a
rations,
ton of little
rope.
components and shit.
You'd have room. We'll say you have room for a crossbow in your bag.
Toss it in there.
Okay.
Yeah, if we can fit it.
Sure.
Like a haversack.
Alright, so I drag the octopus behind me as we go down.
Okay. It's honestly not super hard, especially after being cooked. Most of the water weight has been obviously evaporated out.
Partially eaten.
And
So-
some of it's gone, yeah.
It's true. So you've got kind of a 3/4 of an octopus. An octopus roast you're carrying with you, stuffed full of javelins or harpoons.
You know what? I just lift it, whatever.
You just sort of pick it up on your shoulder.
I don't
Sort
want
of
to get dirty, you know?
It's true.
already
Yeah.
cooked.
Just be gross. Yeah, you've done your work there.
I'll come up behind and sort of pick up the trailing end of the tentacles.
Just flower growing this thing. Yeah.
Just keep them off the ground.
Actually, if I can, as we're walking up, I'm gonna start trying to braid them. Actually,
Okay.
reduce the length overall.
Yeah, that's smart. There, you're gonna break it.
Break the harpoons.
No.
I mean, if you're trying
They're stuffed in
What's
the
that then?
central body.
You got what's in there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking if they were like 1 per arm. That's what I was picturing.
We
which I
can make it
love.
like an
Whoa.
end
I
table,
didn't
like
give it
standing
bones.
up.
But
Dang it.
because
But we
my
did.
dexterity is 7, as I'm braiding, I'm gonna keep fucking it up and like dropping, and the whole thing's gonna go fuck shit. Start again. Keep trying to braid it.
Yep. It's just sort of this streamer of like, expletives behind you as you're walking along, nobody.
Cock knuckle fuck shit.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful language Orcish is.
Is it just us now at this point, or is Joffrey like gone?
So you've all kind of reassembled there. Joffrey's still with you. I'm just
Somebody
figuring
has
out.
to go see
The logs.
I think we were gonna skip that now.
I think
I
we
don't think
should
we
start
said
making our way to the inn and get a rest. I'm very tired and quite hurt. We might look at the manifesto tomorrow. I'm taking your voice again. We might check the manifesto tomorrow if that's okay, Joffrey.
All right, yeah, that'll do. Go up and get some rest. You look like, well, obviously you tangled with two of the worst things in this neck of the woods, so I wager y'all deserve a drink and perhaps a little bit of food.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So I'll, if you need to see the manifest again tomorrow, I'll be down in the Dockmaster's quarters.
Greatly appreciate that. Have a good night, sir.
Ah, you as well. Anything else you need?
I think that takes care of it.
No, thanks for the drink. Hope you like the farbank.
Wait. The what?
Thanks for the drink. Hope you liked the farbank, the bourbon.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said the fog bank. I'm like, did you fart at him? That was... Maybe.
I don't fart.
That's...
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
I know.
Do you fluff? That's what my mama used to say. She didn't fart, she fluffed.
I like that. I might fluff occasionally.
All right, I understand.
Helen doesn't break when she shatters it.
Nope, not like. I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't fart, but she's not like a kind of person. Not at all.
You
That's
fluff. It's okay.
That is not her thing. Okay.
Once Joffrey's like far enough away as we're making our way back to the inn, I think we need to have a discussion with the first mate
Fiona.
about.
No. So I think the game plan's very simple. The last thing we want to do is run in and just start punching somebody who nobody has any ideas were bad. You know what I mean? Like you can't just go in.
Suggested that.
Sure, I'm just saying. We're not going to talk with. We're not going to talk with Fiora first. The first plan, I think the plan's pretty cut and dry. We talk to Cadius privately. You get his approval. Then we all together grab Fiora.
But do you have to hear what Cass found first.
I found this.
Oh,
And
right.
I hand over the note.
Go on.
I hand over the note.
And so that's what we got to do.
I also found, and I take out I want to look now at the coin purse, now that we're not near him.
Okay.
The thing I found in the floorboards.
Yep. Okay. Looks to be just a basic leather coin pouch. You take a look in there, you can see it's containing about 75 gold pieces as well as 200 silver pieces. Looks to be kind of some just reserve cash she might have on hand.
The thing I'm not sure about is either A, this is her private stash, or B, she's been skimming off the side from the crew.
And the dagger that he found?
Yeah, I think the dagger just appears to be the same as all the other ones.
Does it match the one in the body?
It's got a wooden handle, basic wrought iron crossguard there, basic blade. It's about the same rough design as the one that was found in the body. But you also would know that most of the other sea folk have got these kind of daggers.
Yeah. I just wondered if they were like a match set or something.
Not really a match set.
Okay.
You know, they're independent daggers of similar make.
Doesn't appear to be like bloody or like.
Nope, looks to be in good condition. Not particularly.
So I think
Murdery.
We talked to Cadius about this and just get his take on it.
I'm not sure that she actually has anything to do with it because the man, whoever this was, made her an offer. So he might be causing it to get her to come to work for him. So do we want to cast suspicion on her or do we want to investigate the other captain?
Her.
Either way, we should probably tell someone about the corpse on the dock.
Oh, Joffrey. I mean,
That's true. We did sort of let the dockmaster, he was sort of there.
Well, we asked him if that looked like one of his folks, didn't we? Didn't we have that conversation?
Yeah, he said it looked like
Maybe we can ask Cadius to come with us to verify the body. And we can speak to him in private.
And we don't want to drag her
Well, here's the thing, though.
At this point, you hear rumbling from further on down the docks as Joffrey is reapproaching with a wheelbarrow in front of him. He's walking your direction.
I think Joffrey took care of that for us.
Good night, Joffrey. Here's the thing about that.
Good night.
If Fiora hears that we're taking the captain to go verify body, she's gonna know that we're gonna find a stab wound and probably a dagger. Which means that she is going to know that she is in the shit, and she's going to light out as soon as we are out of sight.
I kept that dagger out of the body, by the way.
Okay.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah, you kept,
So
I figured it was assumed, but just so you know.
kept the murder weapon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe-
also,
To distract
Just-
Fiona while we do that?
Or maybe we try and
that could
just
be
get,
fun.
maybe we try and act like we don't have any suspicion of her and tell her, like, hey, Captain and First Mate, this pertains to the both of you.
I don't mind that.
That makes sense.
That's smart.
And get a reaction out of her, see how she feels.
Yeah.
we should probably approach the inn somewhat cautiously just in case there actually is something supernatural chasing him.
Sure.
Because we wouldn't want to just walk in and get right into the middle of a slaughter or something like that.
Sure.
Probably check it out first.
Well, we could actually use panic to our advantage. If we actually ran up to the inn, all panicked, and we got him worried about something, he might reveal something that he didn't want to reveal, or Fiora might as well.
I like that. I like the way you think.
We can merge these two plans.
Hey, you know what we could do?
Oh no.
What's that?
I might have been onto something.
That scares me. Go on.
I thought that was.
We can walk in boasting about how we killed the things. Yep, we went down checking to guard the ship, stopping from taking anything else, and then these two creatures come up out of the deep ass. But we pulled them up and onto the wood and started cutting them up into little tiny pieces and stuff like that. Keep Fiora totally in the dark that we suspect anything.
That is a good plan.
That might work, yeah.
Or they might ask for the gold back.
The what?
The gold. Or he hasn't given us
He
the
hadn't
gold
given it
yet.
to us yet.
Alright.
And then we just get someone else to pay us for killing the octopus.
Yeah, well, that's later. But see, the thing is if we just walk in and say, hey, we discovered something, Captain and First Mate, we feel the need to talk to you specifically about it. Again, she could grab it real quick.
Yes.
But if we say, well, we found the creatures, we killed the creatures, Captain Fiora, why don't we pull you aside and tell you all about it? Then she's gonna be like, okay, I mean, I guess. I don't know what the fuck they's talking about. I'm fully convinced it's her, just for the record.
And then at what point do we discuss this with Cadius?
That, in the room, two of them hand him the letter, and me, you grab her.
Sounds good.
I would just put the three of you in front of the door and just wait to see what she does.
Sure, that too. I'm just saying, as soon as she looks like she's trying to do something, I just don't want her to, like teleport through a wall or something crazy like that.
I would prefer not to give her space to draw a weapon.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't quite get, what's the panic idea though?
Well, just if we
Run in yelling, monsters, monsters.
They're coming for the inn.
something like that, or if we describe a creature that maybe we could get him to reveal a little more about the description of the creatures if we describe something different than what he's familiar with.
Yeah, but then that might put him off.
Well, I don't know. I just was thinking if we wanted information from him. I'm personally just fine with going up to him and saying, hey, we did the job you hired us for, and
I want our money.
we want
Alright.
I think we give that a shot.
I like that plan.
Okay.
I'm for that.
Oh look, we're here.
Okay. So you've been walking up towards the end. I kind of assumed you'd been pausing and talking as a group for a little while.
Slowly making our way there.
As you round the bend towards the inn, you can see a large number of people bearing torches and lanterns kind of moving around outside of the inn. You can see a couple of crew members. The crew members are all clumped up into groups, but they are moving around kind of shouting loudly. Johan, where are you, Johan? And Johan, hey, Johan. It's they're moving around, kind of in a search party vibe around the inn, seemingly searching.
Oh no.
And we're gonna go ahead and take a real quick break there, so everyone can go ahead and use the bathroom, refresh their drinks and whatnot. And I think we've got a little bit of a surprise that Bridget brought us as well. So we're going to bring that back in just a minute. So stay tuned. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, everybody.
It's like,
Welcome back, everybody, to the stream. So, took a little quick 15-minute break there. In that interval, Bridget, see, I've got too many like character names. I was like Gwen, Penny, yeah, Bridget. Went ahead and made the impossible possible. And actually, well, Nolan and Bridget both collaborated on this. They made the Tart of War, everybody. That pepper.
Sorry, transit. Hold it out there again. You guys transition. The battle cam.
Oh, battle cam. They made the Tart of War.
I can.
Can we see it? Is it good? Yeah. So again, that kind of puff pastry crust with those. Actually, do you want to give a little quick rundown of the recipe there? What you did with that?
It's all her. She just asked me what to do with the veggies. I was like, yeah, just buy it.
I have the baking background. Nolan has more of the cooking. So we have the puff pastry, which does have the smoked sea salt, because we happen to have smoked sea salt. Thanks, Nakamura's. So it's glazed with the honey, smoked sea salt, and then we have actually 4 different types of peppers instead of 3. And then we threw that in, we roasted them in the oven, put them in a pan with some shallots and some butter and brandy, and then threw it in the oven.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And then it was too hot for me, so I added goat cheese.
Nice.
That is honestly so good. Oh my
If I
god.
step away from the table midstream, there's not going to be any left out there.
I'll block you, don't worry.
I didn't grab a piece yet.
Yeah, it's quite good.
Tart of War, everybody.
It's so
Try it.
freaking good.
That's great. Holy cow.
From the mind of the DM.
That's probably one of the, well, in the kitchen of Bridget, so, you know, holy moly. Make that happen.
We said we need to do another show along with Crafternoon and things. We need to do a cookernoon with Bridget.
Well, if people want it.
Scariest face I've ever seen you make.
I want to see it.
Cooking with Penny.
Cooking with Penny. I'm into it. You're gonna get really high if you do that.
Which, actually, on that note, I still need to dial in some of my brew equipment, but I am working on a recipe for a homebrew version of the Broad Lake Ale, featuring seaweed and oyster shells in the boil. So,
Also, cooking show name, A Penny for Your Pots.
A penny for your pots.
God, we might have to.
That's awesome. All right, that's it.
Angus, the stream director. by the
So
way,
we
chimed
were
in.
a D&D stream. We're now a cooking show, everybody. So
Among other things.
The logo just went in my head. I can see it.
cooking. Too many cooks.
too many cooks.
I was just thinking
Thinking like the
chaos
Animal
cooking.
Crossing logo?
What?
I'm thinking like the Animal Crossing logo.
I don't know that one, but yeah.
With a bunch of mushrooms.
A bunch of mushrooms coming out right
I love it.
there. Badass.
All right, so
Very specific looking
So are there any
mushrooms.
mushrooms in the tart?
where we left off, mushrooms will be good in the tart. Where we left off, you approach the inn as you can see a series of search parties comprised of Cadius's crew moving about in the rainy, just post-storm kind of darkness here. You can see Cadius as well as 2 other sailors heading around the side of the inn, again calling out his name, Johann. You can see torchlight coming around the other side as well as another group approaches. What are you doing?
Do we see Fiora?
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Guys. Oh no, I don't see Fiora.
Oh no.
8.
Especially given, no, you have dark vision, but you still don't see Fiora.
Okay.
Someone else with dark vision?
Where's Fiora? Anybody see
I can
her?
look.
Okay.
Is there Cadius around?
And I
Yes.
don't see her either.
You see Cadius moving with a group of 3, or in a group of 3, around one side of the inn there. He's still visible though.
Yeah, that's the whole.
Cadius!
Hey, sorry, we're a little bit busy at the moment. How'd everything go down there?
Went pretty good. I believe we completed the mission, but what's happening here?
Well, I guess you didn't complete the mission. We lost another one tonight. He stepped out to use a loo and didn't come back.
Well, shit. Can we talk?
Does that mean that they can walk on land?
Maybe.
It means they weren't at the water.
If we can talk to you for about 5 minutes, we may be able to sort this whole thing out.
Yeah, sure. You two keep looking. And they sort of step off. And don't go far from the inn, all right? We don't need another two disappearing.
Yeah, stick together.
All right. Yeah, real quick though. All right.
We killed them. The creatures.
Good lord. Man, Twatha, what is that?
It's the thing that was terrorizing your boat.
That's an octopus.
Actually, there were two of them.
Yeah, we can explain everything. Let's just get somewhere a little more private.
All right. He's still like looking over at this octopus.
Yeah,
It's delicious. Try some.
maybe after. Maybe after.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk inside real quick.
Sure.
He kind of turns and leads the way indoors. As you enter, you can see there are a couple other sailors in there. Fiora is actually in a cluster with, 3 other sailors at this point. They're kind of like looking at a map of Quain here, kind of pointing at various points, and she's talking to them in low tones and gesturing emphatically.
Just
All right.
follow him right past them.
All right. Go back to the same room that you met in before. Yeah.
Does she seem to notice? Does she pay attention to us?
Roll a perception check. I mean,
She notices. She notices.
I'd like, maybe it's an insight in terms of like, is she paying special attention to us? Is what I'm
yeah,
trying to.
okay. We'll make
Yeah?
we'll make it an insight check as to like what face does she make as she looks up and sees this octopus squeezed through the door.
18.
18. As she looks up and sees you, her face is. She's got this look of kind of like concentration on her face. However, as you can swear you see her brow kind of crease in displeasure. Though she sees the octopus coming through, and you can see her like start just sort of thinking expression that crosses her face.
Sorry, it's nobody. Maybe you should see if you can help them coordinate the search effort.
But I want. Oh, yeah.
Good.
Of course, here.
Actually, I think only a couple of us need to debrief the captain. Kaz, maybe Desmond?
I can go, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So maybe the 3 of us go with the captain?
Okay.
Well, I will return in a moment. I want to keep this in our room.
Sure. Yeah. That seems sensible.
Thank God I put it in the room that we were in.
You kind of like run into one door frame, and you manage to get it in there.
I am going to go right outside the door of the inn
Okay.
and just wait in case someone does a runner.
Okay, so you kind of sit down and prepare. Are you in elf form or ferret form?
I'm in elf form, and I've taken my longbow off my back, and I'm making sure the string is dry, and polishing the wood, and...
Okay, sounds good.
So,
Thank you. Yes, like it is.
bow maintenance, everybody knows this.
Nice linseed oil in there.
waxing the string.
Who among us hasn't,
Wax the string from time to time.
Yes, waxing the string.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so those going in, we've got Helry, Kaz, and Desmond.
There's some subtlety to your suggestion. Would you prefer that we insight for it, or?
I mean, that's up to you, really.
Given who she's talking to, probably.
Well, we
Well-
were talking about specifically having.
No, actually, never mind. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, but we were very specifically earlier talking about
Yeah.
like having Saris and whatnot watch.
We had talked
making-
about.
And making sure she didn't do
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're fine. You get it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see.
Because
I see what you're.
She's with that group.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
So you're hanging out kind of near the door at this point.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll stick with the plan.
Okay.
Keep an eye on Fiora.
Okay. Same with
I'm
Penny.
gonna help you guys.
All right.
I'm rough and tough.
I believe it.
As she
That's
stands
just.
in between the 2 of them.
That is just cute
She's
enough to be
rough, I'm tough.
terrifying. Yeah. Okay. And Kaz, what are you? You're as well with them. Okay. Yeah. You're going in the room. Okay. So you follow in with Cadius. He kind of closes the door behind you. All right then. What do you need to talk about?
So here's the down low, and we got to be kind of quick about it.
All right. That's for the best.
We found Henry. We did not find Cavill or the other one, but we found Henry floating in the water. He was stabbed by a dagger that looks remarkably like the dagger that you and most of your crew are carrying. He was not apparently killed by the fish monsters. We then investigated the ship. Sorry if that steps a bound, but we did. And in Fiora's room, you were there, Kaz. Tell them what you
Yes.
found.
So first off, the dagger, and I'll flip out the one that was in the body onto the table. This was in the body.
Oh yeah, it's This was just lodged right in him.
Yes, this was in Henry.
Right in the front. He would have seen it coming.
And with the dockmaster Joffrey there, we searched around the boat. And in the cots on the ground, I found this note, and I threw out the note on the table. My question for you is this. How well do you know this individual?
Frida.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know him that well.
Frida or Fiora?
Fiora.
Oh, Fiora?
Sorry. I meant, the first name. Fiora.
I mean, I've known Fiora since a few years now. She's been with me since I was first trying to get established with the Yuan-Ti. She's been real help most of the time. Always had a bit of an attitude about her, but you kind of need that if you're going to be out traversing Moon.
Is there a bit of a jealous streak, maybe?
I mean, towards me?
Maybe. Sure. Anybody.
She always got, kind of a... I don't want to say greedy necessarily, but, she always was very dedicated to the take. She wanted to make sure she was getting her own, and so she could, got rich taste, likes fine clothes, fine food, fine women, the whole 9 yards. But, shut up, anyway. It's making this hard for you.
Breaking my heart.
Yeah.
Did you ever find money missing? Did you ever know that did you ever feel underpaid or that your crew was underpaid?
No, not really.
Is it possible she was skimming anything? Because we also found...
And I toss out the coin purse and a dagger.
I mean, ultimately, once I sell the take, then we split the profits. That's kind of the deal. So, she can't really skim anything until I've sold it.
Okay.
So once I've sold it, that's when everyone gets their portion. So unless she's actively stealing from me and the crew, then, she wouldn't do something like that.
Is there a large cache of goods on the boat that maybe she could have access to and nobody would notice?
Well, right now, I guess there is. That's why the dockmaster's kind of keeping an eye on it, but unfortunately, normally we have folks on the boat, but when we left guards up there, then we lost some of them. So,
what this looks like to me, at least, is that Fiora got this message and decided to get herself a better position on the other crew by removing you as a threat to his trade.
a note like this is nothing new. Different Savoyans are always trying to poach the most talented and capable of each other's subordinates and whatnot. So, I'd be surprised if nobody had tried to snag Fiora. She's probably one of the most dangerous daggers on this side of Moon. Who knows what's on the other side? But I'm not really surprised that she may have gotten a note like this. I'm surprised she kept it, to be honest. But this is the culture we're in. Whoever gets whatever the best pay you can get.
Did Fiora step away when Johan went missing?
I don't know. I guess I wasn't paying very close attention. Especially could have.
What about a hidden cache of coin? A hidden dagger? Would that lead any suspicions to you?
That's just... She really likes her money, really likes her worldly possessions and whatnot. Isn't really that... I've got my own secret stash, but it's just for emergencies. Just kind of something, just backup measure, so that you've got your stuff kept somewhere where you're not keeping all your money on you at any one time in case you get robbed when you're on shore.
Well, the thing that's suspicious to us is that Henry at least didn't seem to have been killed by any of these fish folk.
Yeah.
When he go missing?
Henry went missing the night that we got back to shore. He was on watch and just went missing. Or no, I'm sorry. No, that was the first one. Henry was a little over a day ago. He was actually up in the inn, and he was in his own room at the time. We were sort of staying in our own places, and he disappeared. We don't know what happened to him.
Was he with anybody? Who was the last person, anyways? To see him?
He was sharing a room with One moment, please.
Please hold.
Sharing a room with Fiora, Vosar, and Skull. But they was both out when he was taken. So, I mean, I suppose he was sharing a room with Fiora. That's huh.
I think we need to have a chat with your first mate.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So Fiora, Lothar, and who's the third?
Skull?
Skull?
You want to call her in here?
Yeah, sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Badoop, badoop, badoo. Yeah, yeah. Here, give me a second. And he heads out of the room, heads out to the common room area. Are you following along?
I'll go with him at least.
Okay.
As he walks out, I'm gonna send a message to Penny, letting her know that we're bringing in the first mate. So just as a heads up.
Okay, sounds good.
It's almost go time, guys.
Okay, so you all watch.
Where?
Be at the ready.
Oh.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So as they emerge into the common room, y'all kind of accompanying them there. I'm assuming that Desmond and Kaz are also coming with as well into the common room, or are you staying behind?
I'm gonna be just like in the doorway in between the two.
Okay, and did you leave the bedroom and come back out to the common room, having deposited your octopus?
I just dropped off the octopus and came back immediately.
Perfect. Okay. As you all emerge back out in the common room, Fiora and the others look up. Fiora making eye contact with each of you and just kind of brow furrowed slightly. Oh yes, what can I do for you? I'm a little bit busy right here. You look like you seen a ghost or something. Oh man, Australian's such a hard accent to get out of. Dang it. This is. You look like you seen a ghost.
Oh. That's to who?
Kind of at the group of you coming out there.
Oh.
Caddy is looking very grim-faced.
If we then we probably did.
Fiora, can we speak back in the room, please? Well, I suppose so. I mean, kind of got to get on the search. Yeah, one could be anywhere. If we don't catch him in time, those fishy bastards might take him away. Jesus, that's so hard to get away from. It's invasive.
Would you like me to set a different?
Nope, you're
flavor
good.
for you
Nope, that's what I gotta do. I gotta figure out my own thing.
Oh, we found some information that we told the captain, but feel first mate should also be privy to.
What kind of information is that?
Well, sensitive ears. Get it out. Sensitive ears. We don't want to set an alarm. We kind of figured it should just be the two of you for the time being.
All right.
Why don't you come on back, darling?
Let's lead the way then. And you turn and you head back towards the room there. She follows. No real problem there.
Okay.
Okay. And you make it back to the room. Snap the short. And anybody else going as well?
Just a very casual Goliath.
Very casual.
Oh, yeah. This is weird.
Are you whistling and maybe have your hands in where pockets would be?
No.
Oh.
Just
Very casual Goliath is not casual at all.
When they all go out of the common room, which I can assume I can see from where I'm at, right outside the door.
I mean, the door closes afterwards. It's not usually like left
There were
open.
windows or something.
There's some windows
And
towards
with
the
the
front.
searchers going
There are
in and out.
shutters on them, but you're able to like pull a shutter aside and look
Okay.
in and watch.
When they go back to the back, are the outhouses outside?
One would assume.
I'm going to go examine the outhouse and look for a body.
Okay, you go out, and it doesn't take you long. You can see the outhouses are a little ways back. Fairly standard sort of operation. This one, it's not the traditional looking outhouse. It's more of a structure with looks to be a couple of doors that can be opened or closed. But you start to take a look through.
Pit outhouse?
Yep.
Dang it.
I'm going
Actually,
to
each
turn
one
in-
has a sarlacc pit in it.
I'm going to
yeah.
I'm going to turn into a ferret
Oh boy.
and smell for blood.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a perception check.
There's a lot of smells.
Yeah,
Bad idea. It's Taco Tuesday.
Oh no.
18.
You smell blood.
Oh.
It's towards the center stall.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to change back into my elven form where my nose is not as sensitive and look into the center stall.
Okay, sounds good.
Shine a light. Is there a body?
No, there's no body in there. However, so this is an elf perception check in this case then. So one more time.
That's a 4.
Okay, you kind of shine it in, you look around, you can't really see anything at this point, but you definitely smelled blood coming from this area.
Okay.
Okay, back in the room. All right then, I suppose we better make this quick, but what do you need?
Guys, you want to, yeah.
And
Or
I-
actually, maybe the captain.
Yeah, I think Catticus has a letter too.
Sure.
Catticus. Would
Yeah?
you like to ask her some questions?
All right. So Fiora, you've been traveling with us for quite a while. But I gotta say, these disappearances have got kind of a weird ring to them. You know, these blokes found a body, or Henry, floating around, and they had this dagger in there. He's gonna point at the dagger on the table. I mean, does that look like a fish person dagger to you? No. But I suppose they could have taken it from any one of us. We all have these kind of dagger. These kind of dagger. It's too awkward. I can't switch them.
Sure, we've all got these kind of daggers, you know.
There we go. Sure, we got them. Aye, but why would they do that when they could just stab someone by themselves? It's a cast suspicion, I suppose. Why are you asking this? Well, we also got this note here. He's gonna point down at the note on the table. It's me to role play back and forth on this one. It's just murder.
Go on, Jesse.
Yeah, keep playing.
Accent challenge.
Keep playing with yourself. It's fascinating.
It's great. Oh, it's so fun. This is why I play D&D.
Actually, I don't think he's allowed to play with himself on Twitch. That might be against the.
It violates some rules.
I'm just
Jesus,
oiling my
I was
wood, okay? It's fine. All
Waxing
right.
your bowstring?
Oh, you found that, did you? Yeah. I mean, I was gonna tell you about it, but I figured you might take it the wrong. Shut up.
No.
Leave me alone.
No,
Kill
that's
me.
fine.
You might take it the wrong way. Well, yeah, possibly. So, I mean, you guys have got your suspicions, but what do you have to say for yourself here, Fiora? What do you think? I don't really know. I mean, I suppose it looks like there might be a traitor among the crew. That would be the first assumption, which would be absolutely devastating. But who would do something like this? Yeah, go for it.
Can I do the same thing?
Okay.
Ooh. 20 total.
20 total. Okay.
11.
Okay.
Less than those. 10.
Okay, so with a 20 total, the rest of you can't really get a beat on her. She's got a pretty good poker face, but Kaz, you kind of smell bullshit a little bit there. And she looks like, upon seeing the letter, she got a little bit shook up.
I have a question for you.
Hi?
You feel like you get a fair cut on this boat?
Oh, we all get equal shares. I mean, obviously, Cadius gets the most, but it's just standard.
Does that upset you?
Not really. I mean, I've always been very well compensated.
About how much would you say you're compensated on an average?
Well, last time we went out to the Fathom Dark, I came back with near 800 gold pieces to my name. It was a pretty good cut.
And you say these knives are fairly common. Where's yours?
She pulls out the knife from her belt, puts it back.
Would you ever have multiple of those or just one?
I mean, I've got one or two floating around.
Hey, Cadius, not to besmirch your name at all, but who do you think would be able to pay better, you or Freydar?
I mean, I don't really care to compare. Depends on who gets a better take. I mean, he's the only other Savoyn that's got access to the Yuanti trade network, so...
And he's had it for a while.
Oh yeah, I kind of came in a little bit later, but this last haul we got was awfully good. We got some serious, interesting weaponry, some magical items and all that, so I'm expecting an even larger haul than last time.
Sure, that might put you up as a threat against him.
That was good. I mean, sure, but, I mean, Savoy's, well, that's a lie, I guess. They're often. Look, I mean, Fiora, I understand, you know, you're just keeping your options open. Makes sense, it's just the name of the game. However, given current circumstances, I'm gonna ask for you to stay in the room here for the next couple nights, and we're gonna see if these disappearances stop when you're here, all right? That's gonna be how we figure this out. You stay here, you stay under lock and key. We still keep getting attacked, then we'll know it wasn't you, all right? You're outside currently, and you're out by the outhouses, so 1 second here. Yeah, and Fiora, I mean, I feel like it's a terrible idea to be splitting us all up even more. What if I'm all alone in here and whatever these things that are attacking us, or if it's one of the other crew, what if they come after me next?
Oh, I think a couple of us would be happy to stay with you. Keep you safe.
We are sworn to protect your crew and your boat.
From threats inside and out.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check at advantage, one of you.
Go ahead.
We are under contract.
A 19, a 20, and a 4, so that is a total of 29.
Whoa. 29.
Nope, sorry, 27.
It's the crow's feather. You're kind of like, you stroke that, drop that particular line. I suppose it makes the most sense then. Sure, and as long as you make sure that I'm safe from whatever braggart's trying to do us in, then sure, I suppose I can stay a few nights here in the inn. Keep
Sure.
yourself safe.
Glad to hear.
All
I
right.
actually
Does
had
that
a,
make everybody feel better?
I have one more request, and that is I'd like to get a better look at your lantern, if you don't mind. Just take a quick peek at it. It's a curiosity. I'll do it entirely under your supervision if you prefer, but I'd like to have a look.
Just a normal lantern or the special one?
The special.
Oh, okay. All right then, can do that.
Yep.
And he goes and shuffles around the trunk and pulls it out and brings it out there.
All right.
Yeah, here you go. Brought me nothing but bad luck. Go ahead and have at it.
Okay. Could I take an hour or two maybe and take a pretty good look at it here? Or?
Oh, yeah, sure. You can do that.
I've got some expertise with some magical items. I want to see if I can figure out a little more about it.
Well, seems you're going to be, you and some of your cohorts are going to be hanging out here anyway for a while, so if you'll take whatever time you need. I'm going to keep looking for Johan. I do want that back, though, in the same condition I left it.
Okay.
All right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just going to, like I said, take a peek at it, see what it does, see if I can maybe figure out a way to duplicate it without maybe taking the eyes.
All right. That works for me. Well, again, just be careful with it. Anything else you'll need if you're up? I'm sorry, you're staying here, all right? Of course, I understand. No need to feel bad, just taking precautions. I understand. And, go ahead.
I was going to stay outside when, everyone went in, just because there was
Oh, I see.
a lot of people. But I was wondering if during that time I could go up to Brindle, the barkeep, and ask her if she knows of any other ship crews that are in town right now, specifically if Freda's crew is in, and if he's
Okay.
docked or
Okay, so you're going up to the Drowned Dragon to Brinley, and you're asking for any other ship crews around.
Oh, Brinley.
Oh, hello then. How are you? Welcome back.
I was going to say,
Hi there.
did we
You
actually...
look like you've seen a little bit of trouble out there.
Oh,
Anything to do with all that? And she kind of waves towards the crew going in and out.
no, we're not involved in that so much. Although they seem to be having some troubles. We were trying to help, but then we fought some octopus instead, which I guess didn't help them any. But that was interesting, and we learned a lot because there were so many lakes. But I was wondering, are there any other crews that are in town right now that you're aware of?
I mean, Captain Adar, he's in town. Not really much of a... I mean, he travels up and down the coast, but not really... He's more of a small operation, trying to get a start. And let's see here. Captain Jezebel. She's interesting sort, anyway. But, she's actually traveling down south. She's going to try and brave the monsoon land and see if she can gather up a little bit of the flying fish down there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, let's see here. Captain Ezrin. Good sort of guy. He's actually more of an explorer. Heads straight out into Moon. He believes he can find some old sunken city out there. Says there's some water Ganassi civilization that he's just bound to find if he goes far enough. Bound to find his end, if you ask me, but
That sounds real dangerous. What about any of the other crews that go up towards the Fathom Dock?
Well, there's only Cadius, and of course, other being Freydar, but Freydar's not in right now. He took his goods down towards Vesic to sell them, so he'll be back this way, probably in the next couple months here.
Never heard of Freydar. Was he here recently, or we just missed him, or he's been gone for a while?
I missed him by about 4 weeks or so.
what was the name of the Ganassi settlement that Captain Ezrin is looking for?
Notes time.
Oh, wait, am I not there?
You're looking at a lantern for like 2
you're
hours.
you're in the room.
Oh, you guys are in the bar. Okay.
She's in the bar.
So,
All right,
She's in the
sorry,
bar.
my bad.
I'm in the privy.
I
will get back.
didn't get the scene change. I was reading or something.
We will get that back later. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you're out in the bar, and then any other questions you had there?
So who do you think, aside from, who do you think's the next up and comer, like the next big name as far as all the trade goes? Because I know they all come through to you, and you probably have a knack for being able to identify like who's really got the chutzpah,
The right stuff.
the specialness. Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. Cadius is kind of the big one. Cadius is the big one. He's been traveling up to the Fathom Dark pretty often lately, and really been bringing back some interesting goods. So I'd say Cadius is the most interesting up and comer.
All right. Those fishermen, he made it sound kind of like he had already reached there, so he was no longer the up and comer. He was like
He's still an up and comer. He's trying to find his that's his niche, as it were. But you still have to establish trade connections. As far as I know, he doesn't have a whole lot of actual connections up and down the Relgar coastline. He's trying to differentiate himself by talking to snakes.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Do you know anything about Johann? They keep yelling his name.
Oh, one of the members of the crew. Nice sort of boy. An elf lad, half elf, I think. But, never really talked to him much. Kept to himself for the most part. Always paid his bill on time, and definitely enjoyed his ale. So, good sort. I hope they find him.
Me too. I guess I should maybe help people. And then I wander off into the cruise.
Okay, Edlin.
Is there any blood in this stall at all? Because there's fixing to be.
There's blood in the stall. You couldn't really see much of it, given your perception check.
Up on top or anything?
I'll let you roll one more investigation check here. Or, we'll make this a perception check because you're looking for specifically blood.
11.
That is enough to see there are what looks to be a very, very light speckling of red spots kind of along the seat rim there.
There's no way this isn't going to get super gross.
Taco Tuesday.
Edwin is going to poke himself in the thumb and add a little more elvish blood to the seat. And then gonna go running out going, there's blood in here, did anybody check?
You see a search party rounding the side of the building, comprised of a couple other sailors, and oh, what's that? What?
There's blood in the middle stall. Did anybody check there?
We've looked all around that area, but really, there's more blood. There's blood?
Yeah, I saw blood in there. I smelled it, and I went looking for it because I turned into a ferret back into a human.
What the hell?
And I smelled the blood, and so I followed it in there, and I found blood on the seat, and...
You're some kind of monster!
No. Silly. I'm an elf, obviously.
I see.
We were...
Elroy, can you do that?
No, I can't do that.
Are you a druid?
No, I'm a sailor.
Well, there you have it. Go look and see if there's anything in there. I didn't see anything when I looked, but I know there's blood. I could see the blood.
All right.
He kind of trumps it. This is a large individual. Looks to be human, but big, burly, dark of skin, heads on end. Looks.
I'm walking in showing the blood.
Oh shit! What? Where the hell did that come from? Elroy, did you see that before?
No, I didn't. I looked around.
Well, we'll go to your elf eyes then. Shit. I think that's I think that's Johann.
Just a little. I just splattered a little, so I didn't put a lot. Just made it a little more obvious.
Blood's blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Cadius. You actually, you should all come with me. We don't want to be alone. Shit.
And he heads back towards to the inn.
I'm going with him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just had to go to the restroom and I saw that and it freaked me out. I think I'm going to go back with you, gentlemen.
Yeah. I imagine you didn't have to go I imagine you didn't have to go to the restroom after seeing that.
Well, I need to go back to my room, let's say.
Oh. This is no laughing matter. Anyway, you round the bend and come back into the inn. Say, Cadius! Hey, what's that then? There's blood out in the bathrooms there, out in the outhouse. Center stall. Come look.
Does Fiora react?
Fiora is currently in the bedroom still.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Oh, right. So I'm there with her. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did Cadius leave the bedroom?
I thought Cadius was leaving the bedroom to go look.
I didn't know if he did or not.
Okay, I think that was the plan.
Okay.
So I was visualizing him heading out, kind of as they're kind of coming in.
Okay.
At this point, is there any last minute things for the bedroom though?
I'm staying.
Keeping an eye on Fiora.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So you're staying, just keep an eye on Fiora. Fiora, good. Who's coming out with Cadius? And you're staying in the bedroom to work on the lamp.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lamp.
Okay.
I'll come out with Cadius.
Sorry, yeah,
Okay.
Kaz and Cyrus will go.
Okay, sounds good. Kaz and Saris, you see this large person come in, shouting for Cadius, and oh shit! All right, yeah, let's go take a look. They start to head on out.
I'm gonna cast message as we're going to Hillary. We may have found something at the outhouse. Keep an eye on her.
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. You head out there to the outhouse, and it's pretty obvious with the lanterns over it that there's some speckles of red, followed by a few streaks of blood that have been, sloshed across the front of the seat there. Cadius. Well, yeah, that looks about right. Shit. Is there a trail we can follow?
I'm gonna start looking around in the dark to see if I can find a trail.
Okay, investigation check.
Oh god, come on, dice.
Investigation, that's gonna be a 19 total.
Oh shit. So as you head out, you kind of get down low and you take a look, and you can see there are a couple of small footprints heading out. They're fairly deeply pressed into the ground though, and they seem to be heading out away into the darkness along the coastline.
I instantly pointed out to everybody, especially Sarius.
I'm already looking the other way.
Here.
Oh, go there. That does make a little more sense.
Don't step on the trail, but let's follow.
All right.
Shit. Well, everyone stay close.
Can I assumed when they came in, I just
Yeah, did you see?
jumped in with the herd.
And I just fell in with the other three.
Can I identify what the footprints? Do they look humanoid or do they look like an animal?
Make a survival check.
Okay.
This is where we find out it's actually fish people.
Okay.
Oh no! Now we feel like jerks.
Oh, I just stole from somebody.
I very awkwardly position myself in between Fiora
And Desmond?
Desmond.
Okay. So, yeah, Fiora's kind of looking over towards what Desmond's doing with it, and you're just kind of all right then. No worries, it's fine. God, that accent's so close to Irish. It's
Trying to get a better view of the door.
okay.
Well, it's a perfectly fine place to stand. Well, as I was saying, so I asked him, "What do you tell a giant kin who's about to fall over from heat exhaustion?" And he said, "Goliath down." Man was a bloody legend. Shame he choked on the orange peel.
Wait.
A fine death.
I get it. I get
Wait,
it.
what was the last thing you said there?
Oh, shame he choked on the orange peel.
Choked on an orange peel?
Yeah, he passed away a couple of years ago.
Oh. That story got sad.
And then they died.
Speaking of, so you're taking an hour with that. So this is all taking just a few minutes basically out there. They're starting to head off into the darkness. Is there anything, so as you're heading out there, we have a survival check here. 14. Okay, you're able, they look to be humanoid boot prints. You can see treading along the bottoms that looks, again, more like something you'd expect to see off of boots, rather than necessarily fishy feet, but maybe fish people wear shoes.
They wear.
You don't know.
I didn't know that they wear shoes. That's crazy.
All right. You start to head out into the darkness. Back in the room, is there anything else that we're doing for this particular scene?
I got nothing.
Okay.
I might grab drinks at one point, but
Yeah.
like leave you two in the room, go grab a round of drinks and everything, and I'll get her a drink too.
Okay. Sounds good. So as you're heading out to go pick up some drinks, Fiora kind of leans over. So what makes you decide to get involved in affairs such as these?
Well, actually, we
400 gold.
we don't really mind it. We just kind of fell into it.
He might be a god, and we're supposed to collectively kill.
He might be a god. Oh. What's that supposed to mean?
I'll tell you when I find out.
What's up, nobody? My secrets. Just random. Hello.
Honestly, I suppose we better put that to the test then. And she whips out her rapier and attempts to jam it into nobody's torso.
Do I hear that?
You are out in the bar currently getting,
Right,
so
hear
I'll
that.
give you a perception check. However, this is a surprise round at this point.
I was totally ready for that.
Wow.
Totally ready.
That's
This,
why I
Okay,
did.
you were in a, okay, so we'll say no surprise round here. So she whips out her rapier and starts to stab it in towards you.
Okay.
And I guess we'll make an initiative roll here, since you were actually prepared.
I was getting in between just in case, because he's an easy target.
Yep, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Might be a god.
Okay.
I don't get to go with my plan, but cool, I'm all for it. I just needed a night's sleep and I was going to do something crazy, so good on you.
Okay, so
11, by the way.
11. Okay, bring up the battle music. Here we go. Okay.
Never gonna stab again.
Okay. So everyone from 20 to 25 to 20.
Oh, it's about as good as mine. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Hellray, cast message. Oh wait, that's me.
Okay, 20 to 15, 18 or 11. You're saying?
Nope.
11.
Sorry, that was my perception.
Oh, right. It's pretty quick.
I would
You
yell.
don't quite hear
at some
anything.
point.
We'll say
On my
you
turn.
yell on your turn. Yeah. So we'll see who goes first.
Definitely not.
So initiative.
10.
Okay. And Desmond. Oh, wow. All right. So she takes 3 attacks at.
Oh, well, do you want my initiative for when I eventually do happen?
Yeah, go ahead and make an
You want to
initiative
keep
roll.
counting down the brackets? Go ahead and keep counting down the brackets.
I think you might be in the single digits.
Go ahead and
Okay.
keep counting down the brackets.
Oh yeah. How about 15 to 10?
Nope.
10 to 5?
Nope.
5 to 1?
Nope.
What?
1 to 5?
Zero?
Dancing?
We're going back to
-1.
Negative 1 for Albert. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
for a large, this is a medium.
Honestly, the initiative count worked out pretty good, RP wise.
That's how you rotate back around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We're the top of the initiative
it's a
order.
19.
Okay,
One.
so first attack comes in with the dagger, swiping across towards you.
Don't.
That is going to be
Don't,
a 22 to hit.
What's with all these things that can roll real well? Stop it.
It's weird, you know?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I mean, it's not that much damage. You take 5 points of slashing damage, or piercing damage with the dagger. Second 2 attacks of the rapier also coming at you. Natural 20 and a 11.
Okay.
So the natural 20 deals,
I will Stone's Endurance, the natural 20.
works for me.
Smart.
Eight plus
Jesus.
10.
Oh, I got 12. Nice.
Okay, so wow, nice. 18 points of piercing or slashing damage coming in at you. Or no, it'd be piercing as well. Yeah, sorry, piercing. So reduced to 3. So as the dagger comes in, it kind of cuts across. You don't really notice it too much. In the second attack, the rapier stabs in towards you, right towards a vital point, and you kind of witness dust cloud out from you, and it turns the rapier aside to where it only just barely gashes your side there. Excellent. Okay.
So that was 2 attacks that hit, not 3?
that was 2 attacks that hit. The other attack, you just kind of easily battered aside.
Stop it.
Okay.
I don't know. Get out of here.
And that was action, bonus action, so that'll be her turn for right now.
Get her. Who's up?
Okay, so up next is going to be you, actually,
Nice.
buddy.
Yell.
Attack, grapple.
Yes, it's happening.
Nice. Okay.
Greco-Roman, baby.
Yes, I love it.
I learned
Okay,
it
go
from
and
you,
roll
okay?
athletics.
Okay. 19.
Oh, shit. Yes. Wow. That was gonna be pretty good, but not that good. She immediately kind of whirls out of the way, but you get your arms and just kind of right around the waist there and kind of yank her in.
Attack, shove.
Okay.
Wait, you have 2 attacks?
Wait, that's the action.
Action.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep,
shit.
Okay.
I'm doing the thing.
Yeah, do the
Do
thing.
the thing.
Hilarious
Do the
special,
thing.
baby.
That's only an 11.
All right, yeah, that's a 27.
Okay,
So
sorry.
you grab onto her and you start to do like a tackling motion to take her down, but she kind of manages to brace out with her feet there and kind of squirm and keep her feet.
Okay. Bonus action, the thingy.
Bonus action, the thingy.
The regenerate thingy.
Oh, the
Second one.
Second wind. Yep.
For
Yell.
nice, full, nice.
So all of the damage that she did, just kind of there's this sort of steam that comes from the wounds and it
Smells like
seal
sulfur.
back up.
Regain,
Must bath.
I was near.
regain 13, but that puts me back up to full.
Perfect. Nice. Sounds good.
I actually end the round with more health than I started with.
That is a flex. That is a flex, sir.
I
Desmond.
said no.
Oh no, my healing dagger poked him.
Stab.
Desmond.
Well, I guess.
I shout at some point.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's
as-
a free action.
Yeah.
Stop!
Am I in a surprise round myself, or am I?
Well, we rolled into initiative here, so I'm gonna say you were prepping the lantern, but you also were pretty aware that this is probably not a good sort of person. So I'll say you weren't in a surprise round.
Okay.
You were prepared to help guard if need be.
In that case, I go. Well, it's not very nice. And I light her on fire and I crawl. Start spraying towards the building.
Bonfire. Okay. All right. Bonfire goes down.
We're just gonna burn her down.
And does she roll the dex save as soon as you cast it as well? Okay. That is
She's
probably
grappled, right?
going to make it, but let's see here real
Does she
quick.
have a disadvantage on dex?
No, that's what's wrong.
Next. So 15.
That's
Okay. So the fire appears beneath her feet, and she kind of like lifts up, actually using nobody's bulk as a sort of lever to get herself. She is like human flagging over the top of this fire at this point.
All right, and I will crawl a few feet away.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds. You just kind of.
Well, I imagine I was like sitting cross-legged or something, looking at the lantern, telling a story. I was like, oh.
Okay, just toss the lantern.
Well, no.
Hit her
I
with
set it down and I set the
Oh, I see what
fire
you're
out,
saying.
and then I crawl.
Yup. Okay, sounds good. So that brings us around to Hillary. Hillary, you hear "stop" from the room.
I would like to run 30 feet towards the room.
Okay, that gets you right to the door.
Excellent. I would like to bonus action run 30 feet in.
Okay.
Through the room, out the window.
style through the wall.
It's true. Wait, is this one you have to be able to see it?
Or here.
Or here?
Or here.
See or here.
Correct.
Okay, we'll say that applies. Bonus action 30 feet in, just the door opens. She looks over and she's like, oh, mistakes were made.
Oh, I did it bad.
Whoopsie!
Okay.
I can put the fire out if you'd like.
I would like to make a shove attack.
Make a shove attack. All right, roll for it.
know you can like kill her too.
16?
Natural 20.
Okay.
Okay, stop doing
See,
that.
I need to roll this good in your game, Gary.
You guys need to kill her.
Yeah. All right. So she manages to once again avoid it, kind of twisting out of the way. That brings it around to her turn again. Whipping out. Let's see. She is going to. Yep.
Wow. That's a big dagger you got there.
She is going to whip out her. Yeah. No. She is going to attempt to break grapple using acrobatics.
Crap.
Okay, fortunately that was a natural 1, so...
Okay, well,
Roll a
that's
2.
more than that for strength.
Okay, so she kind of like rides and you're just like, no.
I said stop.
I said
Yeah,
no.
what is a natural?
It means no.
Stop it.
It's like a wet pasta trying to wiggle out.
Alright, nobody.
Okay, shove attack.
Shove
End
attack.
of her turn, she makes a dex save.
Oh, that's true. She's still in the same
Oh,
spot.
that is true. Accurate.
Burn it.
18.
That passes.
Okay.
Shove attack.
Just freaking like holding her roasting over this fire.
14 for the shove.
14. Okay.
You give up?
26.
Okay, stop.
Are we burning witches here? What's going on, guys?
Tie this woman up. What is so hard? In retrospect.
Don't yell that in a bar. We're all gonna get in trouble.
All right. That brings us to Desmond.
All right. I guess I will. Is Helry's bag on the in the vicinity?
I'd still be wearing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, my regular crossbow.
Okay, regular.
Oh, darn it.
Okay.
She just stabbed the only person I care about right now.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Shoot her. They're trying to be good cops.
It seems to have healed me. Like there's a little
16.
rotator.
A little pin, a little twinge there. 16?
16 to hit.
That will not hit actually.
Okay.
As she kind of squirms aside and the searing bolt of energy right past her ear.
All right.
How far away is the outhouse, and how loud would nobody at the out?
Well, you guys are pretty far out there because you're actually marching off into the
Following the
darkness and the
trail.
storm.
Okay, I just
We're
wanted,
searching for clues.
Huh?
I am kind of loud.
I just wanted
They're pretty loud, but they're like way the hell out
They're
there.
all out there in the middle of rain and storm and everything. Maybe we'll find something that'll finally prove her guilty.
We'll figure this out, gang. Don't worry.
got this.
Let's just hop in the mystery machine and go.
I'm glad she's currently sitting there with the rest of us.
Turn into a dog.
Meanwhile, back at the end, dual mini gun.
Yeah, she does,
I knew it.
who definitely doesn't see her escape routes closing one by one or anything. Okay.
We're gonna put this net over this area.
All right, and that brings us to Hillary.
Is it a tiny net?
So what, just hit her?
Yeah, just crush her.
She's too slippery.
Nah!
Shove attack.
Justice.
Okay, 16.
23.
Oh, there it is, and boom! You take her down to the ground. She's kind of squirming around.
What are we doing?
We invented this tonight. We call it the ground and pound. Ah!
I will cast spiritual weapon,
Oh my god! And the weapon comes out.
and I get advantage.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
It took 3 turns to get there.
24.
Okay, and the war axe appears and drops down and does hit her.
7 radiant damage.
7 radiant damage. Okay. Woof.
Did she fall in the bonfire?
Well, that was at the beginning.
Oh, this is getting really
She's stuck in the bonfire.
In the bonfire. Yes.
Rules as written, she still makes the save at
Yeah.
disadvantage now, prone. So.
Yep. Good lord.
Is it?
Is she,
I'll
does she have
check, but
disadvantage
anyway.
on
I mean,
dex?
I would guess grappled and prone. I'll give her disadvantage anyway, because how the heck are you supposed to
It's
get out of
only, it
that?
says only disadvantage on attack rolls, but you can make it harder. if
Given
you
the
want.
current circumstances,
Okay, sure.
She's really not going anywhere.
I just don't see
I'm just
how you
holding
could
her.
agilely roll out of the way of a fire while you have an orc and a Goliath actively like pinning you to on top of it.
I'm holding her down. I look over at nobody.
Let him practice this tonight. This is good.
Having a bad time. Having a bad time. Burn it on.
Okay. Well, she is going to change her tactic, and she is going to go full anger cat on nobody, and is going to take her full 3 attacks at him at disadvantage.
Catch her, no.
Okay. Catra, yes! All right, that's going to be a 17 to hit, which will miss. That's a 20, and that's a 15.
Right as you're taking it.
Oh, there we go.
I know, they wait for that, don't they?
Oh,
Every time.
okay. 19. The rapier strikes up and hits you for 10 points of piercing damage.
That's a pretty good hit.
Wow.
Well, we all know what Catra says when she's shopping for bath bombs. Hey, Sephora.
Hey,
Sephora.
Okay, that ends her turn, bringing us to nobody.
It's a free action to grab something out of my pack, right?
Yep.
I will grab rope
Okay.
and attempt to bind her.
Okay, we're gonna call that.
She used her 3 attacks. Did she make the save?
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Good point. At disadvantage, that's a natural 20, and that's a. Somehow she makes it. 24. And so even pinned down to the ground, she kind of like shoulders it, and she knocks kind of the. I don't even know. The bonfire is just fire, just there.
So
she manages to like duck and roll and like smother out a section of it, I guess.
I love it.
do you want the description on it?
I think it comes up as a magical actual bonfire with like logs and stuff.
Yeah, you create a bonfire on the ground, literally like logs and stuff that you can see within range. Until the spell ends, the magic bonfire fills a 5 foot.
Manifest wood.
Yeah.
It's
fake wood.
I mean,
Real fake wood.
Real fake wood.
Thick
fuel
wood,
of
boy.
some sort.
Yeah.
So that's what we're calling it.
Oh my goodness.
So it does light the things on fire. It ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. That's why I didn't really keep it on the dock or whatever. The idea being that I drop concentration on it if it starts catching something on fire.
Okay.
I can put out fire.
Sounds
though.
good.
I got this.
Okay.
Fire cats.
Cool. So she does make that, and she kind of like gets in and like shoulders some of the logs aside basically, and creates almost an area where somehow she's not being immediately scorched to death.
It's hot, but it's not burning.
Yeah, exactly.
This turn.
All right, that brings us around to, well, nobody is attempting to bind her with rope.
We can
So
also flavor that
go
as
ahead and
being
roll
not-
a sleight of hand check for this.
Oh no.
Sure.
And it's gonna be
just seeing
opposed
if
with
she's a witch or
her. It's gonna be opposed,
It's fine.
but at disadvantage. So that's
Okay.
ooh.
Oh, do I have advantage because she's prone?
I'm giving her disadvantage already.
Okay.
So
Alright, that's fair enough. That makes sense.
Lost the DM can.
Yep.
uh-oh.
We sure did.
One moment,
classic.
everybody.
Was that a game thing?
Problem child. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
this
overheating.
situation is not ideal.
Did you move it?
I keep booping it. Also, the power brick is warm and placed, unfortunately.
Oh, nice.
Are you moving?
Are you making? Is it making a bonfire?
It's making a ball fire.
Some burning wood.
Does it really just have to be there? Is there no other way?
It doesn't. And it wasn't before.
I kind of feel like you chose that.
I did not. We'll talk about
It
that
was set
another
up
time.
that way.
Anyhow, we're tying her up.
Right.
Oh.
Okay. Well, that's a 4.
Nope. It's like trying to. It's like trying to put a cone on a cat.
Right.
You know.
Been there.
It's just like. She's small, but she is squirrely, and she's not making it easy. You cannot seem to get like the ropes bound around her.
Well, I
The medicine. Take the medicine.
try to keep my arm on her. I don't know. Does that break
You're
grapple?
still in grapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm imagining if I'm holding on to somebody trying to wrap them up, I'm also holding them.
I mean, you got like one hand grappling her, the other hand like trying to wrap it up. That's probably why it was such a low roll. It just
That's
was,
it.
you know,
That's the one.
you were trying to tie someone up with one hand.
Heck. Alright.
It's pretty different.
Okay, bring us to Desmond.
Keto could help you theoretically.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
I'm not too sure about the whole put keto literally on top of a bonfire thing though.
Oh.
That sounds bad.
Learn how
With
that
his 1
works.
HP.
And is like, well, he's got +2 dex, but that's not like a lot to bleed.
He'll be great.
Anyway,
He'll be great.
not doing that.
I guess so. My turn. I'll go ahead and throw out. I'll get a look at both Nobody and Hillary and say, are we actually? Oh, are we stopping or are we fighting?
No, we're fighting. Just knock her out.
All right.
All right, roll to hit.
I'm going to put her to sleep forever.
That might make it 17.
17. That is just enough to hit. Damage.
8 damage.
8 more damage coming in. The bolt strikes in. She got. Okay, that brings us to Hillary.
I'm gonna hit her with an axe.
Hit her with-
She's
sorry.
prone, right?
She is prone.
Okay.
Oh, that is true. So that would be a disadvantage.
Yeah.
You just have to roll above a 9.
I did not. It's a miss.
Oh,
maybe.
sorry about that.
What is it? What is it now?
Less than 17. And its previous attack was 16, which was a miss.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty, so I'm going to give you the hit anyway.
Hey!
I'm going to keep track of that. So if I forget, that's on me. Go ahead.
Hey!
27 something.
I think it just hits.
So that is 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Just
9.
barely made it, man.
Okay. Just by the skin of your teeth. All right.
It's gonna hurt you more like it right now.
Spiritual weapon!
Ew.
Spiritual weapon! Alright.
20. Oh, actually, my spells are not as well. Still 20, and then that one will be 9 radiant damage.
Okay. All right. Jeez. 9 and 9. Well done. 18 in one turn.
9.
So these 2 hits come in, and she's definitely starting to feel it. She's got blood kind of coursing down from her shoulder where the axe is bit in. She's getting, and that is your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not gonna move.
That so she is going to attempt to.
It's still there.
Okay. That she's going to attempt to break grapple again.
Okay.
That is going to be a 21.
Okay. That is not the 21.
All right. So with that, she manages. And she gets out. She's going to use half her movement to stand up and then back away towards the window. She's able to get right up to the shutters, throws them open, uses her bonus action to dash. And
Well, but we're gonna
We're gonna get attacks of opportunity.
that is true. Yeah.
All
Apologies.
three of
Go
us.
for it. No, only Hillary and nobody because Desmond is currently not adjacent to her.
Yeah, I crawled, I imagine.
Yes.
I imagine I'm underneath the bed with my head close to the crossbow.
You can just see the beak of it.
Yeah.
Natural 20, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Give it to me.
I do. This is gonna
Come
hurt.
on, big numbers, brother.
Threesome,
Come on.
daddy.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
28 slashing damage.
What?
Wait, is that right? 11 plus 12 plus
23.
23 plus 5, 28. 28 slashing damage.
Jeez. So as she kind of like dashes backwards, you just and you manage to carve a deep gouge all the way across her back. She stumbles, nearly falling, but manages to keep going to the window.
And then
Does a spiritual weapon get a attack?
23. That also hits.
Unfortunately.
a little bit more. 7 damage.
7 damage. Oh my god. That's so close.
Damn it.
Woo! That one also carves into her side, and she's like limping. Used her action and seems to just, with a last of her energy, hurl herself out the window, begin to stagger away into the night.
How tall's the window?
The window is,
This is all one floor.
as in, yeah, it's off the ground floor here. So it's enough for her to kind of squeeze herself through. You guys could also get out the window if you wanted to.
We got her!
We did it.
Okay.
I should just mark down how much money I
Hey,
stole
Hillary.
from her, I guess.
Do the thing.
She ain't getting nowhere.
All right.
Dog.
And yeah, that's nobody's turn though.
Yeah, oh, that was my turn? Yes.
No, I mean like,
that is my
it's your turn now.
I mean, I have hand axes.
You have hand axes. Okay.
And you have
Would you
blue, right?
attempt to throw those?
My dex is terrible, but I mean, I'll throw a hand axe and then run after her.
Okay.
I'll toss a hand axe out. Why not?
Yeah, you got this.
Sure. Roll for it.
What a goofy thing. Try. Sorry, it's like in the equipment. I have to like check it out. Ink. Bank. Rolling the hit. Oh, sorry. I rolled hits. Alright. Hey! Nice. 17.
17 is actually, again, just enough to
Yes!
Dang.
Hit her with the max damage.
Yes, damage.
That's 9.
And with that, just and you can see her stumbling away to the dark. She rears up to kind of climb up a nearby hill. And she collapses against the embankment there.
If we're out of, I don't want to let her die, just for the record.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
so-
should be like bleeding out or whatever.
Yeah, she's currently unconscious, and you kind of rush up to her and put some healing into her. And with that, we're going to shift the camera over to our investigative crew, moving out into the night.
This is very important that we find this evidence.
I know, we need to make sure that we know whoever it is, and then hopefully we can find a person.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe it's not her.
I was wondering about that, because I was thinking maybe it was the other captain. The other captain hasn't been here for a while.
I feel slightly bad because I took her money then.
Guys, where are you?
Here. You can put your hand on my head. So that's like the right level. Okay, let's walk.
How big are the footprints that we're following compared to what's her name's feet?
Fiora's survival check.
What is it?
Survival.
Can I use my hand to light up a firebolt and just to emit a little bit of light? I know that's not how it works.
That'd be like a light spell.
Okay,
That would be,
cool, never mind.
yeah.
14.
Well, we're with people who have torches, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you can absolutely light a torch with it, but in terms of just
holding it. Yeah.
there's an actual spell for that specifically.
Make sure
Why
the
did
torch
it-
or something.
Oh, you tapped it.
That right there is a roll feature.
Okay.
If you do like that, it does a thing on the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, D&D guns are cool.
That was.
And
I
you
don't
Do you want to
know
turn
that.
it off?
Wait,
Yeah.
are we?
Okay.
Anyway,
It's making me crazy.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, we're getting some time with their side of the story there.
Nondescript player application.
other ones are available.
Oh, gotcha.
So I actually would not have hit.
Oh.
It would have been a 15, I think.
I mean, hell, it's a pretty cool moment, and Hellray
Wait.
also was going to.
If it's a hand axe, if it has the thrown property, you still use strength.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh,
If it's a thrown weapon,
fabulous. Okay, I thought it was you were throwing it. So okay.
I had the same thing with my javelins, but it turns out it's not dex.
Yeah.
Some are versatile for thrown weapons.
Cool.
But good on you for being honest, though.
Yeah, well, it just sounded weird to me. I'm like, my dex is crap. Why?
14 is what I had.
14. It looks like about the right size. However, based on what you can see, it looks to be too deep in the wet earth to be her weight. So
Unless she was carrying a body
Maybe.
or something else heavy.
We might find the body.
maybe.
Yes.
Or
So let's-
it could be
Let's
a
follow the trail and see where it
different
leads.
person who's just a lot heavier,
Yeah.
similar
I'm
size
sorry.
feet.
I would feel really bad if it wasn't
Okay.
her.
We follow the trail.
What if it's someone in disguise?
All right.
Some sort of creature.
So you continue to follow the trail. It takes you out into the darkness away from Quain. It is a very somber kind of walk. Everybody's very quiet, and at various points you begin to lose the trail, but you kind of reacquire it pretty easily. And eventually it leads towards a large bluff overlooking the ocean, and you can see that the footprints kind of stop there and then turn around and continue back, though this time much less deep than they were.
Oh
know-
no.
I imagine whoever did this maybe dumped the body in the water. We should get nobody. He has the squid thing that could help.
How high is the bluff?
Ooh, looking at probably around 70 or 80 feet above the water.
Too high.
And there's no shore, it's just straight to the water.
No, there's rocks that you can see at the bottom.
All right, do we see any blood or anything?
Perception check.
All right. That's gonna be a 9.
Can the rest of us with dark vision do that as well?
Okay, yep. I'll give one other person perception check.
Yeah. Since you already rolled, we'll just keep yours.
All right, that's a 12. No,
Okay.
13. Sorry.
9, 13. Can't really see anything down there, but you can only gather this is probably where something was tossed off.
I'll look at the crew members that came with us. I think this is where whoever was dumped the body, I think your friends and
80 feet, you said?
70 or 80 feet, roughly.
Ferret, climb down.
Okay, you turn a tube cat and begin to work your way down the craggy surface. It's kind of even slow going for you, given how wet these rocks are.
Right.
But you do manage to work your way down pretty well. All right then. You'll start to get down there as well. And Cadius and the other sailors pull out ropes and expertly tie them off at various roots and whatnot around and begin to work their way down as well, rappelling down the slope.
Right, ropes.
Mm-hmm. They're good at that. They do ropes.
I don't like ropes, so I'm gonna.
I think I'll stay up here with you. I'm not so good at this.
Oh, I was gonna be like Edlin.
Oh.
Actually, I want to turn into a giant wolf spider, and I can just like. I like to web down.
So as you're going down, you're webbing down, or are you climbing
Yeah.
down? You have just a climb speed too. Oh,
So?
hell yeah! Oh, yeah. So you're
Have
just
you
like,
ever webbed?
yeah.
Bro, do you even web?
And then
So as they
when it's time
sail-
to go up, I can just. Boom.
So as these sailors like down the slope or down the rock face, they just kind of look over as this like, oh shit! What in the hell? One little like appendage. Jesus Christ! We gotta get out of here. Whoever that guy is.
That's
By the Twatha! Just gonna have to make him an honorary Twatha apparently at this point. I can't help it. They start to like climb back up quickly. Pretty obviously terrified of a giant wolf spider apparently on these cliffs. It's a giant spider.
big old spider.
There's
It's like as large as a person, so.
yeah. I mean, you suddenly see one of those in the middle of a storm on a cliffside. Like you get out of there. That is step
I
number.
would like to pet.
So the sailors are now climbing back up,
Can I?
and but you do continue on down. Same with Edlin and Kaz.
I'm gonna try something. I want to try and throw fire bolts because I imagine they emit some form of light, and I want to try and aim it to not like any person, but just to try and light up the area. Just like essentially like a searchlight. Just nope, nothing over that way. Nope, nothing over that way.
These sailors are like climbing down the ropes. And they're like, spider! It's like bolts of fire now raining from above. They're like hunkering into the cliffside. This is it. I knew it. I knew we should have taken that lantern. It was them all along.
My third back leg is like trying to like.
Let us do our
job. It's okay.
Cyrus, what are you doing?
Anything for you, Cyrus? I'm coming with dumb ideas. What you got?
Well, now he can see because you're lighting up the light with
Yeah, you know, I'm
fireballs.
just like lighting up area with little fire bolts.
You're not in the Climbers Union?
I didn't see your climber card.
If you had a bunch of ropes, then you could probably climb down one of the ropes if you wanted.
Yeah, that's fair. Here,
Do you need rope? I have some.
Actually, I've got some too. I'll take some out of my pack, wrap it around what I see looks stable, and start making my way downtown.
Okay. We're gonna say, given your experience in the mountains, you know how to tie a rope off,
Sweet,
and
sweet.
you begin to hand over hand down there with fire raining all around you, sort of following the spider down. And you see these sailors hunkered into the wall as you pass them as you're going down.
I'm currently okay with the events unfolding.
No problems at all. You make your way down to the rocky seashore below. It is, again, very dark, but you begin to search around. Okay, I want to have two of you make investigation checks.
I'm in first form. I want to smell for blood.
Okay,
So
at advantage. Any other investigation checks going out?
Yeah, I was just wanting to look at my.
I mean, I
my-
can.
But
Maybe the spider. Can you assist or help? Give the help action.
That is, yeah.
Spiders have tremor sense?
I already have advantage.
I have
Oh, yeah.
web
Well-
sense, yeah. So
web
while in
sense.
contact with the web, I know the exact location of any other creature in contact with the same web, but so that doesn't really help for my.
Would you consider me throwing fire bolts the help action?
A 15.
Can you spit a web?
A 15.
Or
Okay.
blood.
Now let's get the investigate. You do smell blood, and you smell quite a bit of it.
Can I track it to its location?
Yep, I'm gonna say yes. So,
Okay.
I'll follow along.
okay,
Let
you're
her
following
make
the
her
ferret, kind of
investigation.
scurrying through the rocks
And you're
there.
kind of like a white ferret, right? Or
Gray.
Gray. Okay.
Gray brown, so it sort of matches my leathers.
Nice.
Okay.
What is it, girl?
So following the small form of Edlin, you do find a small or a large rock with a couple other kind of an outcropping here, and he digs under into the interior of this outcropping, and you find a body now wedged in between these rocks, kind of upside down.
Does it look alive?
Elf. Here. Body.
Okay.
I throw a fight. No.
I'm just gonna yell, the body's here.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna sort of step in and just do the obligatory check for breathing, check for pulse.
Medicine check.
Oh boy.
You got this.
This is good. That's actually not terrible. Disadvantage, natural 1, 4, 3.
At disadvantage?
I'm exhausted.
Oh. Well done.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. Mhm.
Yep.
So kind of delirious.
I've had a
and-
full sleep yet.
Okay.
Duck.
I'm pretty sure he's still alive. I'm just saying I've come back for some nasty stuff.
I just said I move. You picked him up. Oh, right.
So
Would
Sarah said he's
in
still alive.
Spider sense be able to tell if someone's alive or not? Like, would I be able to do a check in Spider? If
make
I
a
was-
medicine check.
Okay, so I can still do my. I will do a medicine check.
Are your spidey senses tingling?
and they just see the spider crawling all over Johan.
It's like,
These guys are never hiring us again. I'm just going on record.
This is the best 400 old they've ever seen.
I can't argue with results.
if I don't conventional methods, but
We
you
got
know,
it.
it's true.
Penny, just crawl on him. If he's alive, we'll know.
Exactly.
Gaz, are you still raining fire down?
No,
for
now that they
light?
found it, like, oh, okay. Well, do you need rope? I have more.
I got a 12.
A 12? Okay, that's actually just enough to detect the faintest pulse.
Okay, I snap back into human form and immediately do cure wounds or something, whatever. I do have spells.
I have
So-
a potion if you need.
Don't need it. Yeah.
Just in case.
I'm gonna.
Thank you, yeah, I'll take that! One of the sailors on the rope.
I didn't hit you.
I will do healing word on him.
Okay, so with that, go ahead and roll your healing there.
Okay, it's going to be 4.
With that, he kind of
Hey.
Hi
Told you.
there. Welcome home.
Oh, it all hurts. Everything hurts. Oh.
Yeah, that looks broken.
Try and help him get unwedged.
Okay. Working together, you, especially with Saurus in there, Saurus just kind of like,
Oh.
No. I'm trying to be a little gentle about it.
well, yeah, no, I'm assuming it was, but like you just like you're providing
Oh, you just pick 'em up.
you're just providing the sheer force needed, and it's just kind of like with all of you working together, you
Penny
pry
and I
him
are
out,
like-
no problem.
Get the arm loose.
Yeah, I assume you weren't like
Untap
ripping.
him and-
Heal him off the rocks.
No.
I'm 30% of him behind.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it'll be great. It's all good. You do get him out there, and you put him down on one of the rocks, and he's kind of coughing at a clip.
Are you Johan?
Yeah.
I smash his.
You'll survive
Get the
this.
floor.
Then she just looks
did
up at
this
the
to
cliff, and the sailors clap.
Or next,
Who
spider.
did this to you?
Fiora, got to warn Cadius.
Oh, Cadius! He says Fiora did it.
He's alive.
Yes,
Barely.
you're welcome.
Oh my god, at least we got some good news tonight.
I have torches.
Maybe I should do another healing for him.
I like the torch and I throw it.
All right, doing another healing, you said?
Yeah.
All right.
Just because we still have to get him up the.
Just in case.
Yeah, I ain't carrying
All
him
right,
as a
6.
ferret.
6. All right. He looks a little better. You can feel one of his bones and his legs just kind of back into place. Oh!
All right.
Evil hail.
We have to get you to get up this cliff.
Here. And I'll just kind of like lean down as far down as I can. As I get him up on my back, and you can lash him to me. I can bring him up. There you go.
So
Arms go around your neck there.
All right. And then if
Tie his hands together so that if he falls
Yeah.
unconscious,
Yep.
he doesn't slip.
he can hang on without having to hang on.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I would like to do druid craft on the rope so it's a little softer and won't do rope like any rope burns or anything like that.
You kind of, when some moss starts to grow along right in between the rope and his skin.
He's allergic to grass.
Oh God!
One weakness.
We cast Benadryl.
He's gonna be asleep the whole way home. It's great.
Well done, everyone.
Kids had a rough day.
He has. It's been hard. So with him lashed to Saurus's back, you make pretty short work of climbing back up the cliffside and rejoining Cadius and the other sailors.
Well, guys, we found the best evidence we could possibly find to prove that Fiora did this.
There's no possible way that they could have done anything better.
We are the best investigators
You're
here.
so good.
I mean, you did pretty good on those investigation checks.
Yeah, we saved someone. We did good.
Yeah.
We saved the baby.
Let's go back and arrest Fiora.
Them dragging Fiora back in. We know.
Duh. All right. Cadius. Are you all right there, Johan? Oh, you're not all right. Yeah, we need to get back to town.
Yes.
All right. And do you know who did this? Do you know who did this to you? Fiora. Well, shit. All right. I guess
Sarah, can you carry him?
Easy peasy.
that answers that. Well,
Sarah can carry him all the way back to town if you'd like. We can go
all
right
right.
now.
well, we gotta hurry. Fiora's seriously dangerous.
This is the best place for you.
I know.
She's about the quickest blade I ever saw on the seas, so we need to go now.
Oh.
And they kind of turn and you all start booking it back through the darkness towards the inn.
Just lightly jogging.
Yeah. You don't even feel the guy.
I feel like Hillary, nobody,
I just need to sleep.
they're all fine.
I will get on
Hey, he's like here.
Right?
I will get on one side of Saurus, who does not have dark vision, I take it.
No.
So I will be on one side of Saurus, guiding them around roots and things, so they don't take a header carrying.
Yeah.
I have a torch now in front of him, so
Sounds
you're
good.
Sweet.
All right.
I will
I forgot my pack had torches.
We are such a good team. I love it.
Did
So-
you send everybody who doesn't have dark vision out into the night?
Yes.
Oh, no,
I have dark vision.
No, nobody stayed.
Edlin has it too.
I have dark vision.
I don't
Yeah.
have dark vision. Just have
That's what I'm saying. He
I
said,
have a lot
did we
of
send
dark vision.
everybody? He
I
does.
can see 120 feet
Yeah.
in dark vision.
You're tiefling. I'm
Penny does too, I think, right? So yeah, literally only Saurus is the only one that does it. Huh?
Sorry, nobody.
Nobody.
Well, no, as in who went into the darkness.
Right.
Yeah.
freaking elves.
Speaking of, back over at the inn, you all rush out and you see Fiora's fallen form outside, and you heal her up.
I
Or
don't heal her up.
stabilizer?
Healer's kit, stabilizer.
Yep,
And then,
stabilized.
I think backing through the window. Too many questions if we carry her in the front door.
Yes.
Yeah.
Throw her on the bonfire.
Yes.
We should probably tie her up.
Inside.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. As you start walking back in, you see that the door is open and there are a couple of sailors currently inside, looking inside the
We
room.
wanted to go. At the door of the room.
Yeah,
Got it.
I mean,
Okay.
you weren't the only one who heard "stop."
Yeah, totally.
Well, I mean, did they notice the plague doctor mask poking out with
That's true.
and a crossbow with a bonfire on the ground?
Put that out, didn't we?
That is the scene you currently walk back into as these sailors approach, and you can sort of see like them looking down at the bed, like what? What are you doing in there, Desmond? As
I
they-
stand straight up through the mattress.
Wait.
And I toss the crossbow and put the bonfire out. I didn't do it.
Looks like straw and looks like goose down all over the place at this point. You just yeeted the mattress off the bed. You're standing up through the bed frame at this point.
Crossbow.
Yeah, crossbow's on the ground. Fire is out. What happened? What happened? We heard someone shout.
Yeah, I think it was somebody outside. I heard it. See the windows open.
Where's Fiora?
I think she's outside.
She out? Is she chasing down whoever did this?
I don't know where she went. I'm not outside.
And at this point, you approach as
Show
well.
back up at the window.
Yeah, it'll
howdy.
less suspicion if we.
Yeah, so, Cadius went to go investigate and whatnot. Turns out we got the answer. Fiora did it.
Is that? Is she okay?
I'll turn her
Is she
around.
okay? Was she
Well,
attacked?
she's alive.
Was she attacked? Did you?
No, she attacked us. So we knocked her out. Cadius will explain everything when he gets back. Can you help me get her in the window real quick?
Persuasion check.
Okay.
Lovely.
Can I guidance that?
Sure. They don't know what guidance is.
Yeah.
Are you rolling with advantage?
No.
Okay.
You okay? Are you-
Because I have no idea what I could possibly say.
Okay. I'm mostly fine. It's 17.
Okay. They look initially hostile, and you kind of put up this disarming facade there. They're kind of also a little flabbergasted by Desmond's sudden.
It's all fine. We're fine here. It's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, get her on the bed then. We need to take care of her.
Sure.
They put the mattress back and okay. Yeah. And you get Fiora on the bed and make sure she doesn't die for the duration.
I also tie her to it.
And you tie her. What? Wait. What are you doing?
I am restraining her
Why?
because she tried to kill me.
She killed Henry and Cavill and the other one, and probably Johan too. So, that's what Cadius hired us to find out.
This is Fiora. She's been traveling with us for months.
Look, at the very least, it will restrain her from injuring herself further.
That's a good point.
Persuade check and advantage.
You got this, nobody.
All right, 13.
13. Let's see here. Let's see.
We're killing the whole crew, aren't we?
Look, she's not going to injure herself anymore, but let's not be tying up an injured woman, all right?
I'm fine
Fiora,
just sitting next to her. You and me, she ain't going nowhere.
She comes back from one point.
However, what's your name, son?
Harvey.
Harvey. Hey, I placed an order for drinks. Do you mind going and picking them up?
Yes.
You can have Fiora. Oh, you do mind?
Yes.
Well, shit.
I'll go get
She's
mind?
injured.
I was gonna give you Fiora's drink, but whatever.
Do you know what she's having? Do you know what she's having?
Oh yeah, I got everybody just whatever beer they got, but I'll drink it. Don't worry about it. Just go pick up what I ordered.
You see the sailors have clustered around and are like, oh my god, like trying to tend to her as best they can, and like but a couple of them busted out it looks to be a stitching kit there, and is trying to steal up the gaping axe wound in her back. Yeah, several gaping axe wounds actually. And
We knocked her out. It's fine.
very, Batman style non-lethality. Yeah. It's fine. Gravity doesn't kill people. Drop. Yeah. Desmond, you said you're going out to get some drinks?
Yeah, well, actually, on the way out, I'll be like, look, see, she stabbed him. Oh, wait. No, he's all right.
No. She got me pretty good.
Oh, no, I know that, but...
You healed it all back up?
No, after that, yeah, I've got a pretty good stab wound in on her.
He's got a wound. A rapier wound. No
I
less.
think
Yeah.
if you actually take a look at the rapier there, it'll match quite nicely with this injury here.
Ow, you didn't have to poke it.
Oh, here, let's put it back in and see. No.
Just so you know, she was violent.
This is CSI Anor.
Interesting.
The bullet fragments match.
I'll be back with you drinks.
Wow. So it looks like one of the guy with the sewing kit, as he's stitching up her wounds, looks up and sees the wound. Yeah, that's a rapier wound. But how do we know?
Reason for us to attack you. We're being paid to protect you.
Well, someone else might be paying you more.
Funny you should mention that.
I'll show him the letter.
Yeah, so this other guy offered her more money if anything bad happened to the crew, and right after that happened, bad shit started happening to the crew.
All right. Well, let's wait for Cadius to get back.
Yeah, he'll be back soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
get some drinks. Did you guys want something?
Water?
I think I can handle water.
All right. Yeah, and probably like a bucket of water as well. Probably some boiling water too, and some rags. Lots of rags.
Right. Yeah, there's a
and-
bit of blood on the floor. Oh, I should.
How many yarrow?
I'll be back.
All right. So you're all approaching the inn, moving at a fast clip at this point, and you re-enter, smashing through the door as you see Desmond going up to the bar.
Where is she?
Who?
Fiora.
Yeah,
She's bad. She's bad. Make sure
She is
you
bad.
guys don't let her.
She might attack
us.
us.
We found out that she's kind of like responsible for the whole everything, so make sure she doesn't try and like stab nobody.
Yeah, we solved the mystery.
I think guys should go upstairs.
Or down the
This is a
hall.
one
It's down the hall.
floor.
Yeah, it's all one floor.
Maybe you should go tell it to Hillary. I think he'd be really interested in it.
I think she.
Or
might.
she, sorry. She.
Yeah, all right. I'll start making my way down. Still carrying.
Okay.
You all right back there?
Cadius is leading the way as well, going down there quickly. As you re-enter the room, you see the spectacle before you here. A bunch of sailors gathered around Fiora's bloody form on the bed.
I'm right in the middle of a story. So I had 3 fingers up her meat slide, and when I say that she was a pretty young thing, woo boy! But see, that's the thing, you never can tell with. Oh, hey, you're back! Welcome.
Oh, wow. Well.
You see that the physician has like gone really pale listening to this story.
Fascinating.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Yeah, that's me.
Your friend here that she threw off the cliff might need some help.
Oh, hey!
I'll kind of collect him off of
Johan!
the back and just sort of scoop him up.
Oh my
Just
god.
Be like,
Oh, dang. Did a number on you, didn't she, boy?
he still look pretty injured?
Oh yeah, he's like busted.
All right.
Well, you're gonna be just fine.
I'll cast Healing Word.
Okay, just cradling him like a baby.
He gets another 6 hit points.
Wow. All right. That.
to be cradled
And
by a
with that,
jungle
he
woman.
kind of coughs up. You can see some seawater pour out of his mouth there, and he. Oh, that feels a lot better. I gotta say. Fiora, is she? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She tried to kill you, didn't she?
she did that.
Don't worry about it. That whole situation, all taken care of. This boy needs a night's rest, though. We gotta get him to bed.
Yeah.
Well, kick her off the bed.
Hey,
and I'll
we need
push her.
to summon we need to summon the Rosewells. We need her somewhere secure.
Oh, here, we can talk to them about what they are.
Why isn't she tied up?
Can I just push her off? Can I push her off the
Yeah,
bed?
tie her up.
Oh, yeah, Cadius, permission to.
You push her off the bed?
I push her off the bed and go, lay in here.
Shoves. Re-begins death saving throws. Yeah, you shove her off. She is stabilized for the most part and kind of collapses unceremoniously on the floor, and you put Johan up there.
We're okay to tie her up, Cadius?
Yeah. Well,
Harvey, you heard the boss.
Lord.
You're better with knots than we are.
That's true. You look down, she's already tied up. Yeah.
Wow.
Did not take much time at all. Yeah, you go notify the Rosewells. We're gonna need to put her away. Absolutely.
Oh, when you go, could you see if there was a bounty on those octopi?
The octopus. Wait,
2 of them, gigantic,
the big ones.
Very large, yeah.
absolutely delicious.
I pull a little out of my pack. Want to bite?
Good God, those have been terrorizing the. You killed Fiora and the 2 elder octopi in one night.
Oh, we didn't kill Fiora.
Well, stopped her.
Sure,
Okay,
yeah.
defeated her and back.
It's
She's
an off
one of-
night, sorry.
I'm sorry, who are you exactly? This is a
Well,
bit.
We are,
We're bored.
Desmond kicks through the door. Clandestiny. It's
That was amazing. One of the sailors was like running towards the door to go get the officials and just goes.
Ounce of
Yeah, not a
prop.
drop spill.
So here's your drinks. Henry, did you want biscuits or something? I could get a bite to eat.
Nah, I'm good. Thanks very much. Just drinks is fine.
Yeah. Waters and drinks go around, and as Fiora has been tied up, Cadius is going to turn towards you. Well, I'm going to say, I didn't expect this to get resolved so quickly. But a deal's a deal, and I suppose I owe you a reward. Gosh, I wish it was under better circumstances, but here you go. And he reaches in, pulls out a pouch containing 400 gold pieces, hands it over to you. Oh, and you're also going to get a 30% discount on all my wares if you feel like purchasing any other items from me. And I also have this little bit of an interesting trinket for you. And he pulls out a wand from a side pouch he has. It is green all the way up the length of it. It seems to be carved from some kind of driftwood with like this kelp-like design all down the length of it, as if like a fossilized piece of kelp has been extruded out with this very finely wrought handle at one end. He turns it, hands it over to you. Yeah, got that from this latest voyage out. Interesting stuff. You can use it to cast kelp whip. Grab something, pull it towards you, what have you. Very, very useful. So, you have my thanks for this. I'm sorry she gave you apparently not nearly as much trouble as I thought she would, but...
Don't apologize.
We were remarkably effective.
We were surprisingly effective.
In fact, I believe she was attempting to use the giant octopi to smuggle goods off of your ship. However, because those goods were in those octopi, they are now our spoils.
So you just decided to bring it up. Well, okay.
What do you mean?
I believe the items that we discovered in these octopi came from your ship, but we have earned the right to them.
They were...
Through combat.
You found goods in the octopi?
Yes.
What?
This is a dock, it could be anyone's.
What goods?
Well, because they're Yuan Ti, we assumed it came from your ship.
Well, yeah, but what'd you find in them?
Some sort of glassy stone things.
That narrows it down to most gemstones?
Weapons.
Show them, aren't they still in the octopus?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was in the other room, I believe, right? Yeah. So you're gonna go, grab and show
Crack open the octopus.
go over there. Holy shit. All right. That's a big mother. And you said there's goods in them.
Yes.
You kind of... Oh, yeah. Them Swansea harpoons. And he reaches in and he, like, pulls one out. How did those get in there?
Ask her.
Can't really do that right now, but, persuasion check, actually.
Okay.
Episode title, Crack Open the Kraken.
2. Listen. No, he's on my ship.
What?
And with what's his name? What's his name?
We were with Joffrey.
Listen.
Joffrey.
Did he just,
No, he was on my ship.
accuse me of stealing a ship?
No, he was on my ship. Well,
We were on the ship with Joffrey.
He's still talking.
Yeah.
He's still talking.
No, I misheard him. I don't know what he said.
oh, I know you was on my ship,
Oh, okay.
and even with Fiora, I don't think she'd be trying to smuggle goods in an octopus. That's a little ridiculous even for her. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you these as a good gesture of goodwill. You take care of those, all right? If you want to use them, you're gonna need to buy the crossbow from me.
There was also a crossbow.
Wait, what?
It was inside.
Oh shit, I plumb forgot. Yeah, here we
Joffrey
go.
was with
That
us when we found
crossbow.
him.
Here you go.
Oh yeah, that'll be if you want to keep a hold of that, 30% off, that'll be 50 gold pieces.
Here you
Oh,
go.
shit. Yeah.
I pay for it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Harpoons on me. I'm not gonna find any other stuff missing off my ship, am I?
You might. Yeah. You might.
And
don't know.
what does that exactly mean?
I don't think he's going to find anything missing off his ship, as far as I know, except for
Out of game,
found
didn't you
something-
take? Out of game,
Yeah.
didn't you take the scimitar?
I took a scimitar, but it's going to be back before he gets there.
Bold.
Or maybe not, but
We'll see.
I won't have it.
Look,
Either way.
look,
But
I get it. Adventurers, it's a whole thing. You find stuff, you pick it up, you put it in your pouches, and you walk off somewhere with it. I get that. But I'm a Savoyan. I'm a man of commerce, and I'd rather we just had a nice have a nice civil arrangement.
I take out 30 gold pieces. Whatever's missing, that will cover it.
I've actually got an idea. I did come up with a couple ideas of how to mess around with this lamp. I've got that I'm going to be playing around with them. If it interests you at all, we could replicate a few, and you could sell copies. They may or may not work.
I would much rather just pay the men.
A smile spreads across his face. You know, persuasion check.
It's low. It's 12 or something.
A 12.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to be getting a reputation as selling faulty merchandise. All right, but if you can find a way to replicate these, I will gladly get them around, and I will gladly buy them from you as well.
So you're interested in working ones?
Well, yeah.
All right. I'll work on it.
All right, give it some thought. And you still got the original, right?
Well, I've still got it. Yeah, well, it's over there. I mean,
Oh.
I was
Yeah.
kind of under the bed here for. I kind of set it down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Fiora's pretty scary.
Yeah, I didn't let it out of my sight though, so
All right.
I followed what you asked me to do.
All right, sounds good. He picks it up, stows it in the sea chest. All right, well, it's all the same to you. I'm gonna go take care of this business with Fiora, and if you want to do some business and see what else I got to sell, I'll be here tomorrow. And
Tomorrow morning, yeah.
I think we've all earned a good night's sleep.
And I give him the 30 gold. If there is anything missing, this should hopefully cover the expenses.
All right, well, I will let you know if it doesn't.
Yeah, Joffrey was really drunk while he was on your ship, so we can't be responsible for him.
Yeah, Joffrey's all drunk. Drunk is an understatement for Joffrey usually. Oh, no, okay. Sorry, I thought you had something.
Guys, one final
He's a good
question.
guy though.
Yeah, Dockmaster.
My last question.
Okay.
What's Johan look like?
Johan, short, sandy hair, looks to be a younger guy.
Cute enough for Helry.
I mean, pale skin, human, looks to be, like he's seen a lot of sunshine, saw the sun in his time, very kind of salt-worn, but definitely youthful.
I would like to kind of just watch over him. I'll just go and just sit down and be like, how you doing?
Well, definitely been better. But alive, and that's something, that's for sure.
I'm just gonna keep an eye out tonight if that's all right with you.
Oh. Suits me just fine.
Sure. You want it quiet, or I could read you all the shit that's been happening to us the last few days. It's a pretty good story.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Ellery is a great healer. You are lucky to have her nurse you back to health.
She has very strong hands.
Yes.
Yes, I do. All right. We start 8 days ago in the town of Bara.
I go.
And that'll be
Very good.
I'm going out to the bar, and then Edwin's going to take a walk outside.
Okay, sounds good.
The cat.
Bar, good. Okay. Speaking of, it's like 2 a.m. at this point.
You're Can we have a long rest, DM, please?
That's up to you. You're in the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone still wants to do stuff.
Oh, that's my night.
I do have a question because I was a little bit confused because I thought that they said that they were grabbing the Roswells to come here. Is that the right name?
Roswells.
Roswells to
That's
come
true.
here.
Somebody did say
Are the Roswells coming here, or were they taking?
It's
Fiora
implied they
away?
sent a runner to go get the Roswells, and so Fiora is currently being kept over in one of the other rooms and still tied up. There are a large number of the sailors kind of clustered around her and keeping her under secure guard.
Was the idea that they would come tonight or probably tomorrow morning?
The implication is they'd come tonight. So, but I think that is a scene for next session because we are getting into it there. So I just wanted to get any closing statements or moments. If anybody had anything else they wanted to do.
Edlin is going to return a rapier to the ship.
Okay, sounds good. Returning the scimitar.
Sorry.
All right.
weird.
You do it pretty well unopposed in ferret form. It's easy.
Yes. And I'm going to take some more of that dried fish meat and stick it in my pouch. Because I'm going to get something out of this. Damn it.
That's fair. All right.
We got a crossbow and harpoons.
Did we end up getting the original reward for watching the ship?
400 gold.
We did? Okay. Just double check.
And the wand of kelp whip. Or kelp lash.
Help flash.
Oh, Kelp Lash.
Do we want to divvy up the 400, put it in party funds? How do we want to do this?
Half and half. Half in party fun, half gets split up.
Who is doing party loot this time?
I got it.
Oh,
That's nice.
I will do the math on my magical abacus.
If you're collecting things for the group, I will hand you a scroll as well. And it's a cantrip of green flame blade.
Nice. Okay.
I will get a giant pint of Broad Lake ale, go up to my room, pound half of it, and fall asleep with the ale just spilling onto the bed, just exhausted.
Saurus
It will not
is
go to
out.
waste.
And once Johan's asleep, I'll just lean back against the wall and go to sleep.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm waiting to see if the
Roswell show
Rose will
up.
show up. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and with that, the night begins to wear on, and that is where we are going to stop for today, everybody. Thank you so much for those who tuned in and watched. Don't forget, if you missed anything today, make sure to tune in on Thursday on our YouTube channel, where we will be posting this live stream on our channel. So if you missed anything, go check it out, scroll through, find that spot, and find those amazing moments that we managed to have today, because there were a few interesting ones. I especially recommend going and checking out the scene where Kaz and Penny were unleashing hell and fury upon a bunch of sailors.
What you're talking about?
That made me happy.
Perfectly
You mean
pleasant.
climbing down a wall?
Yeah,
that's all.
That's all they were doing.
A normal Tuesday.
Totally
Yeah,
normal.
just how you do.
It's great.
All right, yeah, make sure to hit that subscribe button. What was that? Oh, yeah. And for everybody who's everyone's taking a long rest tonight, so go ahead and roll your hit die. Get it rolling there, because everyone is level 4 officially.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5! Oh my god! That's like half my health.
Very good.
That puts me at a 19.
A 4? Okay, sounds good. And as always, you may re-roll once if you so choose, or take average if you don't like your first roll.
Oh boy.
What'd you get?
6 is just under the
As well, everybody gets 28 gold pieces from the reward.
I'm doing
Are
it.
you?
I'm rolling.
How are you dividing that? 7?
Hey,
6?
7.
Nice.
So the leftover I put in party fund.
Yeah, are you dividing by 7 or 6?
There we go.
7.
You serious? Wow. All right.
Oh god.
Oh, boy.
I start to hand you 28 gold. How do you want your compensation for work? Do you want the scroll?
Which one? Sorry.
The instead of 28 gold, would you want to just keep this scroll of green flame blade as payment?
Oh, that was mine. We have another scroll that the party did get.
Do you want that? God, because you gave me a green flame blade. Do you want to just keep that as payment?
I actually don't really need to use it, but I think somebody here might get some value out of it.
What do you want as compensation for
You
this
want the wand?
contract?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna find a way to
It's
pay.
literally 1 point more.
All right.
I gamble for 1
Well, I tell you what, everybody, we can take care of all this off screen here, but
We just want to do hit dice.
perfect. Yeah.
So
6?
you see
Perfect.
that? I'm re-rolling that.
I took the re-roll. I got a 6 on the first, 8 on the second.
There you go. Nice.
Oh, I'm a chunky girl.
6.
figure it out
Very
more.
good. All right. Once again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to give us an upvote on YouTube. And make sure to tune in 1 week from today at 1 p.m. on Sunday to catch us live on our next stream. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great rest of your Sunday, all right?
Woo!